Hello there.
Welcome to Cantina Social Hour Friday night. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Good to see you. It is great to be here, my friends. Sorry for running late. Tech issues, stuff behind the scenes. When you're live, you never know what's going to happen, and anything can happen, and anything does happen. But we're here now. We're happy to be here. Happy Friday. Happy February. This is the first show in February, and I'm really excited to talk some Jurassic because it's been a minute since we've had a Jurassic-focused episode. But that's what we're doing tonight. It's all Jurassic. And yeah, I'm very, 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 very excited. So welcome, you guys. Thank you for joining in. I appreciate you spending your Friday nights here in the Cantina. All the Cantinians here in the house hanging out. Thank you so much for being here. And again, sorry for being late. Thank you for bearing with us. And thank you again for being here. All right. So before we get things started, just a little bit of housekeeping right here. So next week's show is going to be on Wednesday because Friday is Valentine's Day and I don't want to do a show on Valentine's Day. So Wednesday night we'll be going live 6:30 p.m. Pacific. I hope to see you here. It's going to be a fun time. And I can't say it's going to be a Valentine's themed episode because I don't even know how I would do that. But, we'll be here nonetheless a couple of days before Valentine's Day. So I hope you can make it. The other thing, want to remind you guys, Entertainment Earth, any little bit that we can save these days as collectors helps a lot, even if it's 10%, which you can get off of your purchase from entertainmentearth.com, as long as your item's in stock and available to ship. Use the promo code Victoria, just as you see it right here on your screen, and that'll get you another 10% off of your total purchase. And yeah, there's a lot in stock right now, right? So latest wave of Vintage Collection, latest wave of Black Series, plus a lot of odds and ends from other franchises as well. So take advantage of that promo code. And then last but not least, no, I think that's it. I think that's all the announcements that I had. I thought there was another one, but there's not. So let's see who is here in the Cantina before we introduce tonight's guest. Let's see. Was he first this evening? Yes, he's always first every single week. Dodge to 93. How's it going? Great disturbance in the force, a great social hour ahead, and Jurassic topics of ban, and a special guest for golden era of YouTube Jurassic content. Absolutely. For sure. That's 100% accurate. All of it. We got our moderator, Adam, with us. Hey, Adam, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for moderating as you always do and taking care of us here in the Cantina. We really appreciate it. Pico B1 is with us. Hello, Pico B1. Good to see you. We've got... Let's see. I love the conversations that I'm seeing here in the chat. That's funny. Trevor Ritchie. Hey, Trevor. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to Social Hour. We've got my good friend. Oh, I lost my scroll. We got my good friend Mary Sullivan with us. How's it going, Mary? Allison is with us tonight. We got Charlie the Unicorn hanging out with us. And yeah, we're off to a good start. Thank you guys. Welcome to the show, and thank you again for being here. We really, really appreciate it. This is my favorite part of the week after a long work week. I love being able to do this, to come on here and talk toys and hang out with you guys, and it just really cheers me up when I need it. So thank you guys for all you for participating, for just being an active participant by being present here in the chat, by being here in the audience. We really appreciate it. All right. So tonight we're talking the brand new, recently released this week, Jurassic World Rebirth teaser trailer for the upcoming film Jurassic World Rebirth, coming out in July. We got to see our first good look at the what the movie's going to look like, some of the dinosaurs in it. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about brand new leaks for Mattel Jurassic World for Rebirth for this movie. And I am there's some very interesting things. Even coming out as recently as a few hours ago, there was still more stuff popping up. Who knows what else is going to pop up over the next few weeks and months? But I'm excited to talk about it. All that stuff. There's no one better to talk about it, honestly, than tonight's guest, which I'm really excited is back here in the Cantina, because it's been a minute since we've had him on, but he is returning nonetheless. So we will go ahead and bring him in.
Now this is pod racing.
I love it.
Matt.
That's so good.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good. How are you?
I am doing great. I'm very excited that you're here.
Dude, I have never seen your intro to your live stream. I just joined midway through or so and watched the Cantina chatter, and I am in awe of that intro. It was so legit. I love it. It was awesome. I was not expecting that at all. That's so cool.
Thank you. Yes, I put a lot of time into things that aren't that important, but they're important to me, I guess. So
that's what we do as artists, I guess. Yeah,
that's what we do. Totally.
Yeah.
Well, hey, welcome. I don't remember when the last time you were on is. I know you've been on before. I just can't remember how.
I think it was for the Dominion. We had me. It was you, obviously. I think Tim from Collect Jurassic, and then was it Nick, Deinonychus, and then was it Jurassic Dave was the last person?
Yeah, that sounds about
There's
right.
at least 4 people, maybe 5, but yeah, I think might have been that one.
Okay, and that came out. When did that come out? 23.
22 or 23, yeah, something like that. I forget. I think
22. I don't even remember.
I don't remember either. Yeah,
seen it like twice, maybe 3 times at the most.
Yeah, but I was actually to prelude into the Rebirth trailer. It was like, you know what, the Jurassic World trilogy was decent. It was a little disappointing in some aspects, but it's great for when I was a kid, when you were a kid, Jurassic Park, for at least the first 2 movies for me, they inspire you to dinosaurs and stuff. So I just view that as Star Wars. So if it's good enough for kids to watch it and inspire them to get into dinosaurs, or Star Wars for the new trilogies, if they can get into Star Wars, it's great. So I don't expect it to be amazing, because I also their favorite movies could be Jurassic World or Fallen Kingdom versus us. We grew up with Jurassic Park, so we like Jurassic Park more, maybe. So yeah. I'm hoping Rebirth is going to be good, because the trailer was pretty good. At least I thought. I don't know. What did you think of the trailer?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I'm gonna pull it up in a couple of minutes, and we'll do a scene. I don't really want to call them scenes as a trailer, but moment by moment, I guess.
Okay, cool, sweet.
And talk about it a little more in depth. And yeah, I'm excited to talk to you about the Mattel toy leaks as well, because we've been collecting and buying and talking about this stuff for I don't know how many years now.
Yeah, since 2015, I want to say. Yeah,
I think 2015 is when that might have been when we first started talking on the dinosaur toy forum, or no, it wasn't there. It was the JP Toys.
Yeah.
It was probably early 2015 or something.
Yeah, I met so many friends thanks to Jurassic World and thanks to the Jurassic Park toys and the community. So I'm really thankful and blessed. There's a lot of great people out there. So, and a lot of them are, we're still friends and still talking and stuff. Like Nick, the guy I do my barely Site B podcast with. I met him in the same year, 2015. Jurassic World was just a really big event for everyone to come together for the first time in 14 years for a film. But I feel now I'm really excited about Rebirth. I don't know why. I feel like Rebirth is almost like another Jurassic World versus a Fallen Kingdom or a Dominion release. So
yeah, no, definitely. It's crazy. It's been that long since Jurassic came back the way that it did, and the collecting, and it's wow, it's just like a whole decade. That's kind of hard to believe, but it's been a good
True.
time. It's been fun. There's been good times and bad times, and everything in between. But it's if nothing else, there's this big community that's been built, and we've met so many people, and that's a really cool. That's the coolest aspect of it, I would say.
Yeah, I wasn't actually expecting this movie to be as fast of a turnaround from like what if it was 2022. Within 3 years, we have like another Jurassic Park film that's maybe it's a new trilogy, maybe it's just a one-off, but like that was like really like fast turnaround for me because I was used to the decade plus for a new Jurassic Park film. So like I thought it was just kind of a joke at first, like oh, there's a new Jurassic World movie. Okay, it can be like a Netflix special. It's gonna be like another short or something. But slowly, oh, we already have a script written by David Koepp. It's like what? Like that was kind of a surprise. Usually when films are like released or there's news that comes out, it's usually like, oh, we're gonna hire this person to write the script, and it's gonna like take like years. And then all of a sudden, it's just like the turnaround is just boom, 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 and then we get images, and then now we have a trailer. Now we got like, I feel like this is, you know, a lot more about this than me, tour history wise. I feel like you get the movie info first, and then like a couple months later, you get the toys leaks that are like super like early and they're artificial, but these ones are like almost official images.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's like super fast. Like
Yeah.
trailer toys, boom, boom. I was like, wow, this is crazy marketing going on right now. I kind of like it. It's kind of nice.
Definitely, and I think part of that is a lot of what we're going to see as far as the toys are concerned is maybe whatever was already in production to a certain extent and was probably just going to be released under current line packaging probably got appropriated for Rebirth. I mean, and they did this for other films too, right? Like you saw a bunch of species that weren't in the movies. There were just all these random like dinosaurs. But then some of these designs are obviously they look like what we see in the trailer, so those seem to be more focused. So I'm excited to break those down. And at the very end, we're going to talk a little bit of Kinder Jurassic. Always a classic. I can talk about Kinder Jurassic all day long.
Same.
And we'll see what that looks like currently. I mean, is it an affordable line to collect? I mean, what does that look like? So we'll go to eBay and we'll scope it out and just see what we see. And then at the very end, we'll be talking new acquisitions, anything new added to our collections recently that we can show. Spoiler alert here, I really didn't get anything this week. It's one of those super, super rare weeks. Something did come in, but I haven't opened it up yet, and I want to take pictures of it before I show it. So it's here, but it's not here. Yeah, that'll be fun. All right, so I guess you're ready to get things started here with some talk about the teaser trailer.
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. All right, so the trailer dropped just a couple of days ago, and they had done a teaser for the teaser trailer, which is kind of whatever. That's just how things are these days with big franchises. There's always a preview of the teaser, right? And yeah, I mean there was I feel like people, for the most part, a lot of people at least that traditionally have been very like vocal online about their excitement and passion and love for Jurassic have been a little less enthusiastic for this one. And I don't know if it's just because, the trilogy was completed, a few years back now. And now it's yet another film that, like you said, was like kind of rushed, it feels like. And it's going to be released this summer. So I don't know if there's just a little bit of fatigue and maybe why we're not quite seeing to the same level we were a few years back. The online excitement for and hype for it, but I feel like there's a little bit less, but at the same time, there are people that seem to be excited. I think when you see an actual trailer, it kind of gives you a sense of what to expect. So there are people excited for that. But let me go and pull up the trailer. And before we look at that, just your general thoughts. Were you content with what you've seen? Do you have high hopes for this movie? What are you thinking so far?
Yeah, I liked pretty much everything except like one aspect that people are still on the fence about, like the mutant. But I thought everything about it was pretty cool. It was a very Kep-like screenplay. At least what I'm seeing with like the banter between, this is Jonathan Davis, what's his name, and Scarlett Johansson. It seems like a very like almost like a comic booky, but very 90s. Kind of like a little bit of comedy before you get to the action. Apparently, this movie's gonna really, I guess, lean in is the quote into the horror for this one because they were a little bit too safe for the Jurassic World trilogy, I guess. And this one's gonna be more of the line of like the first two movies, or maybe even like Jurassic Park 3 too. So that's an interesting quote. But I overall liked it a lot. I think no, I'm gonna say something. Chris Pratt is a huge star, but like the Jurassic Park franchise usually is just like a bunch of character actors, Jeff Goldblum, Laura Dern, Sam Neill, those guys and girls were like mostly just like low key. They weren't huge stars. Chris Pratt was signed onto the franchise before he became a huge star. He blew up with a little bit of Lego movie, but then obviously Guardians of the Galaxy. Marvel, I don't even think knew that Guardians was going to blow up because it was kind of just a bunch of anti-heroes. They didn't know if the audience would like them or not. And of course, boom, it exploded. It was awesome. And so that really rocket launched, besides Lego movie, Chris Pratt into stardom, then helped with Jurassic World. But mostly, like, Chris Pratt was a comedic actor, and he transitioned a little bit into action with Zero Dark 30 and stuff. But he was still like, like that mid-tier guy, like, not top billing. And having, in my opinion, like a huge star is awesome. Like Scarlett Johansson, who's been acting more than duration-wise than Chris Pratt, and I feel like is a bigger star than Chris Pratt overall because she's been in the Marvel movies and more Marvel movies than Chris Pratt, I believe. She's just been doing it longer, so I think she's just a bigger attraction, I guess, than Chris. But now Chris is so big. But it's interesting that they chose that route, and like they have some other like character actors or lower build actors like Mahershala Ali. I think he was supposed to be Blade, but that movie's like never coming out, so he would have his top billing there. But it's usually like mostly like a lot of like lower like build like stars rather than like the big name like Scarlett Johansson. So I think that's really cool. I'm looking forward to the dinosaurs. We'll talk about them, like if we can show like the screen caps and stuff.
Okay.
So people are also on the fence. I'm still active on Twitter, even though I don't want to be. But there's a huge community there that's still like really showboats and the Jurassic community. And a lot of people are talking about the trailer and the mutant. At first, I didn't really like the mutant, and now I'm like kind of like, oh, I'll give it a chance, because I haven't seen it in the context of the film. So a lot of people are really doing a good job of like kind of like still like talk about their opinions there in the Jurassic Park community, and they're talking a lot about it there. And I don't know if it's less or more than like the previous trilogy, or if that's just like people on the internet now compared to before. But I'm excited. Are you excited?
Yeah, I am. I wasn't like all that excited, to be honest. Like I was kind of just like, okay, like I was describing earlier, like some people are just like, okay, another Jurassic movie. I wasn't a huge fan of the last one, but after seeing the trailer and after seeing these toy leaks, like I feel pretty hyped. I feel pretty jazzed about it. So I'm excited to look at the trailer with you and see what we think. I just want to mention, Adam, I just saw your comment right now about that you broke your arm. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Dang. What happened?
But I hope that you feel better and that it heals very quickly, sending you positive energy. Thank you for being here. I mean, I appreciate you being here through that. Also want to say hello to our friend Brother Cousins, who was on last couple weeks back, was on Social Hour. It's good to see you. BC, thank you for coming in here and saying hello, Jay. And a quick comment from Charlie saying, tell Aries he needs to get his butt back on the show. Yeah, I haven't talked to Aries in some time, Charlie, but yeah, I think that would be fun to get him back on. So I'll drop him a line and see if he's up for joining. There was a lot of 6 scale stuff. I know we're not focusing on that today, but there was a video from Jazz Inc. I'm sure some of our friends here in the chat saw it, about a lot of stuff they're working on, and man, some really, really, really cool stuff. But we'll save that for another episode. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the trailer for Rebirth.
Adam, I know your pain, buddy. I broke this wrist in 2nd grade. I fell off some gym equipment in the playground. I broke this knuckle in hockey, and I broke this knuckle or this portion of my finger in baseball. So it definitely stinks, but you'll be healed up in about a month. You'll be okay.
I've never broken a bone somehow. I'm the clumsiest person,
it's not
but
the
I've never
best.
broken a bone.
I tore my ACL playing basketball, that was the worst one because the surgery sucked. It took like 6 months to recover. That's not fun. Breaking a bone and it'll take like a month or so. You should be okay with that one. Depends on the bone, unless it's like your leg. All right, back to dinosaurs. Heal up, Adam.
Yes, heal up. We need you in the cantina. All right, so yeah, so I guess it kind of opens up with this, this classic banner that we know this banner, right? Like you see that and like right away you're like, okay, that's kind of an important thing for me to see. But then there's a skeleton here. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe it's a T-Rex, just kind of fake. I mean, it looks like a T-Rex, right? The arms, now that I'm looking at it a little more closely, are very small and spindly. Just kind of looking in a weird different direction or something. So maybe this is like a museum or some sort of I don't know. It kind of looks like it's being worked on there, right? Like there's a bunch of workers in here. So I'm curious if it's like a Jurassic Park museum kind of thing. Like this thing used to exist all these years ago and now we're going to make a museum about it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, people on, I don't know if it's on Twitter or somewhere, or maybe it was just friends texting me. They were saying that this is Rexy or Roberta, whatever you want to call her.
No, don't say that.
Yeah. I was thinking to myself, you know what, dude, that would really suck, but that's a really cool like homage. So I don't know how do I feel about that. We're gonna have to find out. But yeah, you can see here, like if you look with the worker in like the middle left bottom, he's wearing red and whatever. There's a T-Rex skull right there. So
Oh
that's
yeah.
gotta be a Rex, I assume. But I love this shot. It looks like the manor from Fallen Kingdom, Lockwood Manor, but it looks like more like kind of inviting or like museum-y versus like a horror mansion. So I love this little setup. I can't wait to see this scene in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope that's. I mean, that's interesting for sure. But I really hope that. I mean, I would cry. Like, I would cry. Like if that was the case.
Yeah,
it's not. It's not
she's
her.
old, so I don't know.
All right. So after that, we get a look at our characters here. And I love that they're including the names. They're kind of, because you don't always see that in trailers, but they're mentioning like each character by name. So it's kind of a proper introduction to each of these characters. Now I've stayed away from spoilers, so I don't know like what all is out there in terms of like plot points and details about the characters, but it's a coming from that angle. I appreciate that in trailers when they kind of say, oh, this is this person, this is that person, this is this other person, and you get a little taste of what they're going to do on their adventure.
Yeah, same. I don't really like look at spoilers. I like to actually. I want to say this too. I forgot to say this at the beginning. I really don't watch trailers anymore, especially for stuff I really want to see. So like Tron Ares comes out, I don't want to watch the trailer. I just want to go in blind. I did that with Alien Romulus, Alien Covenant. I love those movies. So if there's something like The Batman, I saw that too without seeing the trailer, and it was awesome. But for something like this, I kind of have to watch it because here I am talking with my friend on live stream, but also people text me like, "Oh, what'd you think, budget, blah blah." So I would like to, still be involved in the community and still talk about these things. But usually I want to be totally surprised. But so I understand what you're saying. But I just had an epiphany. Can you back up to the beginning? I think this scene, if I'm like using my writer brain correctly, if you press play, they're moving the banner down. So I think that this scene is, instead of them setting up a museum, I think they're taking it down and they're disassembling the Rex skeleton. And maybe it's this Dr. Loomis. Maybe it's like a Jurassic Park 3 plot that he needs like the money or something to go on this mission, I think. If I'm reading this correctly, but it's just a teaser trailer. I'm just theorizing. So
yeah, well, you see behind her it looks like there's a dinosaur leg. So there's like another skeleton. So
yeah,
maybe it is like a museum that's closing down or changing exhibits or something.
Yeah, maybe.
And that's the Brachiosaurus behind her that died in the big smoke fire volcano eruption.
Really?
I hope not.
That'd be sad.
That would be very sad. So anyway, we continue playing a little bit here. So Rupert Friend, this is the Grand Inquisitor in the Kenobi series.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
like
it looks like he's pretty important, though. He's like, it looks like as the trailer progresses, he's in like kind of the whole movie, possibly.
Seems like a nice dude, but he could be not one.
You never know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, who was it in what was the character's name in Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah. I
He
forget
seemed
his name
nice.
too. Yeah. He yells at Maisie, and it's like, oh, this guy's not a good guy anymore. Got it.
Yeah, like he starts off like nice and
Mm-hmm.
and then it's like, oh shoot, he's not. He's gonna murder an old man with a pillow.
Oh man.
I didn't love that. I said it before. I didn't like that was in a Jurassic movie, seeing an old man's mother.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan
Doesn't
of
seem
that
like there's a
either.
place for that. But.
Yeah.
All right. So here's our other character, who's going to be going on the mission. So I'm not from what we've seen so far. Like in this trailer, like I don't really know what the relationship between everybody is. It seems like maybe they kind of know each other, or maybe kind of don't. I guess when we see the movie, we'll know a little bit more about that. But it seems like maybe like on some level there's some familiarity.
I think the Grand Inquisitor guy is like maybe the guy funding it, and then Scarlett Johansson's character is like a mercenary, and then he's like kind of like I guess the Chris Pratt role for Fallen Kingdom, that he's like needs to have all this information that they need, or has the information that the team needs, so that they form together, and they need this guy for scientific purposes. Then she's like the muscle, and then the other guy, I don't think he might go to the island, but we'll see what his role is. Mysterious.
Yeah, definitely. I like Charlie's comment here. The wicked actor.
Wicked actor. Nice. I didn't see that. No.
All right, we can continue playing. All right, so now it looks like we're on location. I don't know if these if the captions are bothering anyone or not. So go ahead and turn them off. We can't hear it anyway. So I just don't want to get. I mean, you know this better than anybody. Like copyright strikes, right? So.
Oh my gosh, I'm actually surprised we haven't gotten taken down right now.
I know, right? Like in the middle of the live stream, they're like, hit the red button, and we're gone.
Womp womp.
So I'll just leave them on since we can't hear the audio. But anyway, it looks like we're on location. This looks like the high grass, the tall grass. But from the little bit that they released, I don't know if you read the article, but it was released earlier in the week. Gave us a little bit of information. It sounds like this is an island or the article said this is an island with where the largest like dinosaur species are located, and I guess for the original park, I don't know which park exactly they were engineered here. So at first it made it sound like Isla Sorna, right? But then like it doesn't look anything like it. So I'm wondering if it's one or the other, because there were the what was it, the 5 Deaths Islands, right? So could it be one of the other islands? Like it looks tropical, maybe.
Yeah. I think on Twitter people were talking about how it's like, oh, there's a third island. They should just head on Site B. And it's just like, well, it depends on what they're doing for the story. If, like you said, I didn't read the article. I was at work. I just saw the pictures, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. I love that T-Rex. But if this is a different island, and we're about to see some more images of like mutations of animals, that would make sense if like there's just like an island of misfit toys, and that's what this might be if that is the case. So the secretive more projects of Woo that people haven't seen yet, it makes sense that they're all kind of like stuck on an island together and no one really knows about until now.
It could be that kind of thing where they engineered specific kind of dinosaurs that weren't going to work for the park or whatever, and they decided to they didn't want to kill them, right? So they just moved them off to this island, and this is where they. But I mean, we do hear in the Lost World about Las Cinco Muertes, so it's like, to me it feels kind of very plausible that maybe this is one of those other islands, because they talked about in that movie, they were called the 5 Deaths for a reason, right? Like they were all kind of not good.
Yeah.
So I think that would give them a good out. If it's not Sorna, it's not Nublar, then, and it is an island, tropical island, then it's plausible to me that it could be one of those other locations.
That's actually funny. A little callback to Lost World. You need like a Carlos cameo or something.
Yeah, that'd be great to have just like random cameos of people that, were such bit players in those earlier films, but just to see them would just be fun. Like those are the kind of Easter eggs I like to see, where nobody else is going to get them, but like, I'm like, okay, I know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, okay. Tail. We got a tail, long, skinny tail. And this, I guess, is going to be one of the bigger dinos, right? This is one of the sauropods that we're going to see in just a moment here. And these are the titanosaurs. Back up just a little bit there. We've seen Brachiosaurus. That was like the first giant dinosaur in the first Jurassic film, which it's the first dinosaur we see in that film, like with a really good look, other than the little bits of the raptors at the beginning, which we don't see them too well. Then we saw Apatosaurs in Jurassic World. Dreadnoughtus in the last one. And I guess that maybe that, unless I'm, oh no, Mimicosaurus was in the Lost World, just briefly.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so this is another sauropod. This is the Titanosaur, which is probably going to be the biggest, I assume, dinosaur in this movie. It's just huge. I don't know how they stack up in size in terms of like those other ones, but obviously a very large dinosaur.
They look massive. And I feel like just looking at this image and thinking about it, I feel like since that one guy was scared, Dr. Loomis, I guess his character is, which reminds me of the Halloween saga movies. That since the tail, they showed a little bit of the tail, and then we're pausing. I'm looking at this image. I'm thinking maybe there's some kind of action sequence where like this tail, I don't know if they get startled by the humans, but maybe the tail just like whips back and forth and starts like cutting the grass, and then they have to like duck, and then maybe there's like an action sequence there. But or it can just be the simple like Jurassic Park. We're in awe of this monstrous or huge animal that we've never seen before because it looks cool. I like the design. It looks, it's something different. We see some frills. We've never seen that on a sauropod in a Jurassic Park movie, so we're seeing different stuff. I like it.
Yeah. I'm just doing like a quick search, like what is the biggest sauropod, and I guess there's others too. There's Argentinosaurus, Alamosaurus, Supersaurus. So I don't know how this one here, Titanosaurus, stacks up with the others, but it's a cool looking design. I really like it. I'm glad it doesn't just look like a copy paste of the other sauropods. Like it looks really impressive. Oh, and just one more thing. I just want to mention that the location, gorgeous. I love the way the mountains look in the background.
Yeah, kind of some of these like little scenes we'll see kind of reminds me of Kong, the 2005 Peter Jackson one.
Yes, good point.
Yeah,
that is very true. All right, so flying reptile. I don't know if that would be probably Quetzalcoatlus, I would guess.
Yeah, maybe
that's in this movie. And again, it looks like very similar kinds of mountains and cliffs, but this is like a more foggy sort of aspect. So they're going on a trip, right? They're going off to this island, and this is kind of like the same story of every Jurassic movie, right? They're going to go to an island. That's Jurassic Park. That's the Lost World. That's Jurassic Park 3. That's Fallen Kingdom, right? Like we've seen that sort of setup. Oh, they're going to an island. Things are going to happen. People are probably going to die. But maybe some cool stuff will happen along the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, so here's another look at the other skeleton that's in this location or this museum, and definitely a sauropod kind of dinosaur there.
I know some non-Jurassic fans are complaining on the internet about it, like being another island. Honestly, I don't mind it. I mean, I've partaken in enough dinosaur like media. Like, there's a video game franchise called Dino Crisis. I've played Dino Crisis 1 and 2 and 3. I beat 2. I didn't beat 1 as a kid. But Dino Crisis 3 is literally in space. And you're on a spaceship, and there's like dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs are kind of like futuristic looking. It's kind of weird design-wise, but I didn't finish the game because there's like a glitch in the camera. But like, where we're supposed to go with the Jurassic Park franchise? Space. Like, I mean, it's okay. It's on an island to me. Like, maybe if we get more like spin-offs or continuations of like Dominion, where like dinosaurs are like in everyday life, you can look out the window and see a T-Rex. I mean, maybe that'd be cool to see more of that. But like, I don't mind the island at all. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, they tried dinosaurs on the mainland, and not everybody loved it anyway. So go back to the island. It's a different island, right? So at least it'll look a little bit different.
True.
All right, so going to the island, Universal with the Jurassic font right there. This is a pretty cool. To me, this image here with the plane coming in looked very Indiana Jones, like just the aesthetic of it.
Yeah. I was gonna say, this whole like setup, this scene was kind of reminds me of Disney's Jungle Cruise with The Rock. I don't know if you saw
Mm,
that movie. This like reminds me of
yeah.
that like beginning when they were about to leave on the cruise. But that right before this shot was that the banter of like Scarlett Johansson and Jonathan, and it reminded me of like the very David Kep like screenplay, and I was like, all right, this is nice. Let's go. So I'm looking forward to seeing like this how this movie like portrays or like how Kep wrote this film. Because when's the last, I'm gonna look this up. When's the last time that guy made a movie? Was it like Secret Window or whatever with Johnny Depp? Let's see. Because I haven't really
Yeah.
heard his name in a
Good question.
while. He wrote The Mummy from 2017. Oh no.
The
He wrote
Tom
Jack.
Cruise one.
Yeah. Yeah, he hasn't really done too much. He's kind of slowed down. He did Indiana Jones, Crystal Skull. Um, yeah, he's only done like maybe one movie every couple years or so. But he did the latest Indiana Jones too. Unless that was like something
Mm,
else. He was three writers. He was one of three. That movie
well,
was okay, but
yeah,
I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got up his sleeve, and hopefully how much also influence Spielberg has too. Because I'm assuming he executive produced this, but obviously Frank Marshall did too. But
right. Um, okay, so there's another character introduction here, and they're kind of sort of painting the portrait of the personalities of each of these characters, right? Like some of them are more polished and professional, and then others are, you know, in different trades and such. But I felt like this location, it kind of reminded me, like, the deleted scene from The Lost World with Roland Timbo, and he's like, it really has that kind of vibe. Like the location, just the bar, like looks a lot like that, the one in that
that,
deleted scene.
that makes sense. I really love Mahershala Ali. I think he's a great actor. He was in that. Was it Moonlight? He played
Hmm.
the father figure. That was a really good movie. So
Yeah.
I'm looking. I think unfortunately, I think he's going to die because the first image we saw of him was with the red flare, and I was like, he looks scared. I was like, damn it. But yeah, this is a really interesting setup. He looks like a guy that doesn't really take things seriously, but he looks like he's also a guy that's a mercenary or so, that security that you can lean on to. So interesting to see how he plays out in the film as well.
Definitely. Um, all right. So it seems like everybody's at this location. They're getting on the boat. And they're approaching this island. Okay, so right there. All right, so that looks very, very much like the '90s Jurassic films, right? That looks very much like the contain what perimeter fence sort of thing. I was gonna say command compound, but that's a Kenner thing.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, the danger, 10,000 volts. Like, I mean, obviously that was holding dinosaurs back in the day.
I wonder what that is behind it. Like some kind of like rusted silo, or I don't
Hmm.
know. I don't know if that's supposed to be a viewing platform or something, but that'll be interesting to see what the hell that is.
Right. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Kind of like some
Yeah.
like collapsed bridges or viewing platform or something.
Yeah, but I love the danger high voltage aesthetic, and that's why I really liked about Fallen Kingdom when they went through like the little like double gates, and I was like, let's go. Love that.
Yeah, definitely. Um, all right. So, okay. Here's another look at the islands or the island. And again, I think part of this was filmed. Was it in Thailand where they did a lot of the filming for this?
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, I heard Thailand. It looks kind of like a mixture of like Kong and Avatar.
Good point.
So
Yeah, it does
yeah,
look like
it
a bit
doesn't
like
look
that.
very Jurassic-y, which is cool because we get to see different things visually.
Right. No, it does look cool. It does look really neat. Um, and it's hitting a lot of similar beats so far. Like especially when you compare like to the Lost World, I think like it's hitting a lot of similar beats in terms of having to go to the island. There's a specific mission, um, and meeting characters along the way for that. Um, all right, so I guess it says laboratories here in the background, and the island was the research facilities, what the caption says. So they're kind of going through a lab. an old lab from. I mean, I guess if this is where the original dinos were made for the park. And again, I'm assuming it's Jurassic Park's what they mean. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess it could be Jurassic World too, possibly, or it could even be the San Diego park that was abandoned. I mean, we don't really know at this point, but I think most people assume it's probably going to be Jurassic Park when they say it was the original park.
Yeah. I like the looks and the aesthetics of this like lab because we'll talk about this shot in a second. The like labs or the abandoned like lab from Jurassic Park 3 matches up pretty well with the Lost World. I think the puppy is crying. We'll get him in a second. The Jurassic Park 3 lab matched up aesthetically really so with the Lost World and also with Jurassic Park. But this one looks like completely different than like the abandoned lab in Jurassic Park 3. So also, I don't know if is that an InGen logo? Have we seen any InGen logos? Like, is this like maybe a different company? I don't know.
I didn't notice any initially. Let me pull that up and see what the engine logo looks like.
I think that I don't know if that's an InGen logo behind him right there or not, but
it is.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it's the letter I. It's like it's missing the N.
Yeah. I'm watching it on like your like video, so I see the smaller version of the thumbnail or the screenshot. Yeah. I like it. It looks kind of like I just saw obviously Alien Romulus, and it looks kind of more like an alien lab versus a Jurassic Park lab, which I guess Gareth Edwards says that this mutant was inspired by a xenomorph of one of the three, the T-Rex xenomorph and Rancor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, let's talk about this shot right here.
Yeah,
this is one of the interesting ones.
Yeah.
All right, so obviously there's a raptor in there. The pose, it has nothing to do with what we're seeing exactly. Well, it kind of does. The pose looks very much like that Jurassic Park 3 Hasbro raptor. Like,
it does. Yeah.
But what's notable about this raptor?
Dude, I did not notice this until Nick pointed it out, because he was talking about mutants and stuff. He goes, "Yeah, that raptor in the chamber had two heads," and I was like, "What?" And I'm like looking at it. I'm still looking at it. It's not like the greatest high quality trailer. And obviously, it's in like a preserved state. But I'm like, is that like a window, or is that actually a second head? Like, what is going on? Do you think that's a second head too? Like,
I mean, it certainly looks like it could be a second head.
Kind of does. I don't know. Because we're fast forwarding real quickly. We're still on the same topic of like this raptor. Like, this could be the raptor that's later in the trailer, and it could be a two-headed raptor. And then Nick's really into reptiles. I used to be into reptiles a lot, but he's way more advanced. He has a ton of them. He has like a little zoo in his basement. But he says that it's very common that like there's a morph where, a snake has two heads, or a different reptile can morph and have a second head. So if this is like an island of misfit toys, it makes sense that that's a two-headed raptor. And we might see it in action.
Yeah, that would.
So how do you feel about that? Do you like that or no?
I mean, honestly, like me personally, I just prefer dinosaurs, right? Even if they're Jurassic Park dinosaurs, which we know are, not necessarily scientifically accurate. Like I prefer just dinosaurs. We've seen the hybrids, right? The Indominus Rex. I thought that was awesome. I love the Indominus, and that was our first hybrid, right? And for me, that was kind of enough. Like they did a really good job with it. But no, they continue with the Indoraptors, and then in Dominion, it was more like, alternate, or not so much alternate versions, but showing us that there were other dinosaurs that kind of sort of, I don't want to say retcon things, but kind of
they just switched it to locusts.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, there was that too.
Because that was the genetic mutation, I guess.
Right. But I mean, two-headed. I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. I have to see it, and like it'd be kind of cool to see like the two heads are like eating a guy, maybe. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of that right now. But I will have to see it in the movie. Who knows? I might end up liking it. But right,
For
right
me,
now,
yeah, if it's just we're seeing it in the movie like in this state where it's like a two-headed raptor that's just suspended in liquid and that's the extent of it, then I'm totally okay with that. I don't necessarily want to see one like in action hunting like people.
that's what Nick thinks. So hopefully, well, we'll see. Hopefully he's wrong because I don't want to see a two-headed raptor. I like the regular raptors, but that, I mean, besides the two heads, that looks really cool. I think the design looks sick.
Yeah, it
So
does. It sure does. And then this is a fetus dinosaur.
yeah, I have no idea. I
Um,
can't even tell what that is.
yeah, me neither.
I'm
Just
not,
a
I'm not the
tail.
biggest paleo nerd, but when I was 5 years old, I could maybe tell you. It looks well, it's very small. It maybe looks like a scorpion or something. I have no idea.
Yeah, who knows? There's no way to tell at this point. So okay, so these are the trank. Are these the same trank guns that they used in Jurassic World? The ones that were like multiple shots, or is this something different?
It looks like it's different. The one that the ACU had when they were going against
Yeah, it
the
was like.
Omnis. Yeah, I think those are different than those. But
Yeah, stay out of the long grass. Like they go into the long
yeah,
grass.
what are they gonna do? Is that? I wonder if that's the same scene or setup where they're with the Titanosaur. They're gonna trank a Titanosaur.
Yeah, I mean, it could very well be,
We'll see. Yeah,
but
they're
here's
looking
another
up,
character,
like really high up. So
right, looking high up. So, I mean, they could be looking at the
true.
Titanosaur, or they could be looking at these flying reptiles up there.
Yeah,
I really like this shot. To me, this looks very like prehistoric, like Land of the Lost sort of
it does
vibe.
look Land of the Losty. Yeah.
Um, the waterfall, yeah, that's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Um,
That shot right there is what reminded me of Kong for sure.
yep,
On the
yeah, it
beach,
sure
really
does.
looking type setup.
I noticed too, like the coloring on this is very warm. It's not like the Jurassic World films were more like cool tone. Like this
Oh,
is a little
very
bit more,
blue. Yeah.
yeah. Um, but yeah, she's rappelling down the. I don't know how high that waterfall is. It looked like it was like 800 feet or something.
Huge. Yeah.
But yeah. So talking about the Quetzalcoatlus. Okay, I wanted to ask you about this right here. This is when we mentioned Indiana Jones earlier. Like this looks like it's some sort of an ancient temple or something that they're
Yeah.
going into.
Yeah. I love that picture they released of like this scene. I was like, Indiana Jones, let's go. Looks so cool. I wasn't expecting it to be a Quetzalcoatlus like nesting grounds, but looking forward to seeing the rest of the scene play out. They show a lot of this scene. Quick bits like you see them extracting the egg, the animal comes in, he gets caught in the line and he gets thrown out and then she goes to save him. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know what that could really be, but I also we're about to see like a child and somebody, I don't know if it was a Jurassic fan that was trying to like rip it a new one, but it's like I don't think someone brought a kid on the expedition. My personal theory is I think that kid was like a native, like a more Kong stuff, I guess. I think that kid was like a native to the island, and in an aliens-esque way, they're trying to like save the kid and take him or her off the island.
Oh,
So
interesting.
I think that's my theory.
Yeah, that's an interesting theory for sure. I hadn't considered that. But yeah, you can see more of the walls here. I mean, they're definitely like it looks like ancient.
Yeah,
I
some
guess
sort
they're
of
getting ready to
storage.
trank that egg, right?
Yeah,
Somehow. Which
or
I don't know why you would need
suck
to
the
trank
guts
an
out. I
egg.
have no idea.
Yeah, take something out of it. Which would that kill the egg? I don't know. I don't know if that really
Probably,
matters at this point. But then why wouldn't you just take the egg? Like, why would you need to do
I don't know.
that?
Maybe you don't want the Jurassic Park 3 thing where, what if they catch us without them? So maybe it was something like that.
True. Yeah, that's a good point. All right, so there's the Quetzalcoatlus. It's coming home. I just want to take a closer look at the animal itself because it looks different than it looked like in Dominion. This one looks a little bit more like monstrous. I want to say maybe like it just looks like we're not getting a great look at it. So there's that, but it just looks a little bit more like a more monstery than reptile like they did in Dominion.
Yeah, I don't know much about the animal in real life design wise, so I can't really comment. But I like the toy a lot. The toy looks cool.
Yeah, we'll look at that too in a bit. Um,
Yeah, his beak is huge.
yeah, jeez,
That's a big guy.
it is. He's not. It's not happy to see somebody in its nest. Um, yeah, so
She
he's
kicks his head. It's just, it's good.
yeah, he's
Badass.
he's getting kicked off for sure. Um, yeah, another look at the island. Yeah, again, very tropical. You got nice beach. You got clear blue green water. And you get a really good look at like the topography of the island. There's what you were mentioning earlier, the flare,
Yeah.
and
I think that might have been for the. I don't know. I could be wrong. I thought it was for the mutant. But then, yeah, we get the shot of this presumably Velociraptor. I think somebody on Twitter or somewhere I saw they had like the feet of a Articuno and the feet of a Velociraptor, and they compared it. And they say that this is a Velociraptor, so it could be matching up with the two-headed one we saw in the chamber. So we'll see. But cool callback. I like that callback.
yeah, me too. I just hope it's not a 2 or 3 headed raptor.
Make it 4.
Why not? We'll just make it 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is cool to see the raptors will be in here in some form. All right, so I guess that's like a dock of some sort, and we see a dinosaur walking up, like giant leg. Just take like, and then well, there's a kid you were talking about.
Yeah.
And then there's
That must have been
yeah.
The
There's
one.
that guy right there.
He might die. Oh no. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing all this. Somebody pointed out the past couple shots, the one with the doc, that Dr. Loomis is like right when the mutant's leg came down, his like legs were shaking. That was pretty good acting. I don't think I've noticed something like that. At least just looking at it. Yeah, that was really cool.
Good observation.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm worried about this mutant. He also kind of looks like, not just besides the T-Rex, Rancor, and Xenomorph, the mutant kind of looks like is it the Mutos from Godzilla 2014, which was Gareth Edwards. With at least with that legs there.
Yeah, you know what? That's like I had that similar thought to that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
there he is.
Yeah, this I'm worried about. Like,
yeah.
I mean, hopefully it's handled well. I mean, they can't do much worse than some of the stuff we've seen in previous films, I guess. But
true.
Maybe this is where, I don't know, they feel the story needs to move. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I don't know. Like, again, like me personally, I think back to when I was 8 years old and seeing the original movie in the theater, and like for me it was just 100% the dinosaurs. Like that's what I loved, and so I have concerns and reservations about seeing it go in this kind of an area, but maybe when I see the actual film it won't be an issue. Maybe it'll make sense, it'll fit. But time will tell.
There was I won't say what movie, but I saw a movie. It had it was a perfect movie last year until the third act, where they essentially revealed a hybrid, and I was like, come on, man, that is a perfect movie until then. I don't like this part, and so derailed it a little bit. But our one mutual buddy, Chris Pugh, on Twitter posted about the mutant here. We'll see a shot here in a second. It's of like the people in the hazmat type suits, and Gareth Edwards loves like people behind glass walls and a monster behind them. And so Chris says that might be like a prologue, but it also doesn't make sense because Jurassic Park's never really had like a flashback as a prologue, which I had to tell him, like Dominion had one, the director's cut, and Gareth Edwards had one for Godzilla 2014, so it kind of makes sense. Hey, Dixie.
Oh yeah, she's here.
But I don't know how it's gonna play out. If they show, and I tweeted this, if they show that as the prologue, if we see that monster a little bit as like a quick splash, split second in the first couple minutes as a scene, then it sets up that later, and it won't make me as mad as an audience member, I guess, even though I already watching the trailer, I know what it is and what it looks like. the same with when I had my did like analysis. I did a recut of Batman v Superman. When
Mhm.
you have something as a screenwriter in the beginning of the film, the first like 5 to 10 minutes, you establish like rules for the audience. So Batman v Superman's opening credits was a dream sequence. So that sets up the audience to know there might be nightmares or dream sequences later in the film, which there were. So if we have the monster at the beginning, the audience won't be as mad or maybe like, whoa, what is that? Maybe it's not a surprise, but they'll know it's coming and maybe they won't hate it as much. So
Right. Okay, let's keep playing. There's the mutant thing. There's a okay. I'm trying. This one's hard to get because it's just so quick. But this definitely looks like a classic Jurassic vehicle. I don't know if it's the classic Wrangler that we're used to seeing, the Jeep Wrangler, or if this is something a little bit different.
I think
It
it
just
might
happens
be
really.
different. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's fast, like you said.
Yeah.
I think it's new because I think Baptiste might have shown some pictures of a car that looks like it that he had or something, or a paint job. Maybe that was a spoiler. I
Yeah.
don't know. He posted.
Yeah, he would be the expert on that kind of thing.
Yeah, he would be.
Let's see here. Okay, so they're in like a sewer or something maybe underground.
Very aliens like there.
Yep. There's a Dilo right there.
Yeah, I wonder if that's almost the same design as Dominion people are talking about, which it kind of looks like it.
I don't know why they had to change.
It's
Why
true.
why change what's already like perfect?
Yeah, it was perfect. Yeah, I mean it's cool. It's different, but at the same time, though, that first Dilophosaurus was perfect. It was awesome.
Yeah. And then Chris Pratt just comes and chokes it out.
Yeah, that was like, all right, that dude's strong enough for that. That's crazy.
But anyway, I guess it's neat that they're here. Maybe these are extra dangerous though, and they don't spit like the regular toxin. They spit like, I don't know, green
acid.
Alien acid,
Yeah.
Something. Anyway, so I guess that one's approaching another character that I don't know if we've seen.
I wonder if that's like a ship or a bunker or what is that?
It looks, I don't know. It looks like
that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, there's the Rex.
Love it.
So this Rex is I mean, it looks like a bull T-Rex maybe, but it looks unique. It doesn't look exactly like other Rexes that we've seen.
It looks so cool. I mean, I'm prematurely saying this. It looks like the coolest Rex I've ever seen.
It does look neat.
I love the tiger striping.
Yeah, some people are saying it looks like the Kenner bull T-Rex, like the similar sort of patterning on it.
Yeah, it kind of does.
But yeah, it looks neat. I just hope we don't get like a 200-foot long T-Rex, like just let something weird that's not really necessary. Because I mean, they've already messed up in Dominion, and even Big Rock. They made that Allosaurus look like bigger than the Indominus. Just like the scaling of the dinosaurs is often like all over the place. So
yeah, like in Fallen Kingdom when it like knocks over the Carnotaurus or whatever, and it roars. It looks huge. It looks like Godzilla or something. But this one, I think, is going to be fine because I think the rest of them, we've already discussed most of them, but we're about to talk about like the Spinosaurus. They've messed with the anatomy and everything, the colors for the dinosaurs. But this one, besides the colors, it looks like it's untouched from like the Stan Winston look or the Crash McCreary look. So I think because they know how iconic this guy or girl is, they're not going to touch it. And why would you touch it? It looks awesome.
This is an interesting comment from Charlie saying, this coloration is based upon some very recent data to suggest coloration on T-Rex. I had not heard about that. That's interesting. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, so great to see T-Rex always. This is an interesting moment. And this is, again, very sci-fi, but it looks like it's that mutant dino again.
Yeah, this is the image of this could be the prologue or not, which makes sense because like where they get the hazmat suits or whatever those are, space suits.
Yeah, but it does look very modern. I think somebody in the comments mentioned this earlier, but it doesn't look like something from like the 80s or 90s. It looks very current. So it'll be interesting, but whatever. It's not like a, you know, not a huge deal, I guess. All right, and this is pretty cool. So we're seeing the Rex, going into the water. At least its head's poking into the water, trying to catch this person. So we're getting more looks at the Rex, which I love seeing more looks at the Rex there.
Yeah, I don't know if Vanity Fair had it, but somebody was quoted as saying that they did have the budget to include the river raft attack. So I guess that's what this is, and that's what that Rex was. Maybe because it looked like it was like awakened from sleeping, because it looked like it was like lying on the ground. So I think this is the same Rex, and we're gonna have some kind of sequence where we saw or read in the first novel come to life.
All right, so this is, I guess, another controversial moment in the trailer. So we're seeing Spinos here, right? Spinosaurus, which, we all know Spinosaurus was a big player in Jurassic Park 3. But these aren't the same Spinosaurus. These are obviously, this is a more updated look of Spinosaurus. Like, scientifically speaking, it's a more updated current look. So it's kind of like, well, why? You would think that it'd be the opposite, right? Like on this island, if this is where the original dinosaurs were that were too monstrous to put anywhere else, you would think that the JP3 Spino would be here instead of these guys. But whatever. They changed the look, and we're seeing them in the ocean. That's another thing people were complaining about, is that I guess these were more like supposedly located in swamps, Spinosauruses, and they weren't ocean swimmers. Anatomically, I guess they weren't able to swim in oceans, is what it sounds like. But, yeah, so there's a bunch of them just swimming out in deep water, circling this boat. It's an interesting shot, right? It's interesting to see them and see the Mosasaurus there too. But yeah, I guess I want to ask you, what do you think of the fact that they've totally redesigned the Spinosaurus?
I think it's cool. I know that somebody actually made within a day, they made their own render of the JP3 Spinosaurus. There's the shot of the side of the boat, and then the Spinos there with their head and the neck they're turned. Someone made their own render of a JP3 one doing it, and it looks cool. And then I think I tweeted that's awesome job. That looks sick. I love the look of the JP3 Spino, but at the same time, I kind of like this more accurate looking Spinosaurus. Because we can have both designs. You can buy both of the toys, and you can pick whatever one you prefer. But like you said earlier a little bit, which one, if this was the first one, the first island, the first genetically engineered dinosaurs, they chose to go scientifically accurate for the first bit, and then for the park, presumably they wanted to make one look more like a Godzilla or some kind of monster. So it's interesting that they had a very realistic looking dinosaur at first, and they decided to make it look nastier, essentially. So
yeah,
I like both designs. I love the coloring of these ones. These look cool.
Yeah, you could see the sail in the back here. It's kind of almost like a zebra stripe, black and yellow.
Yeah, it looks sick.
Yeah, and then we get a pretty good look at it too. You get more of a it's jumping out of the water. Right there, you get a really good, albeit brief look at it. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. The idea of them working with the Mosasaurus, that's okay. Maybe that makes sense. Maybe it will in the film, but right now it's kind of just okay, just all right, I guess I'll deal with it.
I felt like when I saw that image before the trailer dropped, the doctor said that in the line in the trailer, I thought that maybe the Spinos were going to attack the boat, and then the Mosa was going to be Deus Machina and was going to just drag the Spinosaurus under, eat the Spinos to save the people so they can leave, because they have to leave somehow. So I don't know if the Mosasaurs in cahoots with the Spinos. They all want the same food source. So I think they're going to fight each other, and they're going to be able to escape a fight, I guess.
Yeah, or maybe the Spinos will turn on the Mosasaurus and finally kill it once and for all.
There you go. Someone did notice that there's also the design choice of the mosasaur. It's a little bit different. I guess the head crest is like more it's like sunken in or something on the side. Yeah, they like outlined the head right there and stuff. It's just like people are deep diving. So I guess that one's different too.
Yeah, maybe it is. It'd be interesting though, like if the one in Jurassic World, like that was they made it seem in Fallen Kingdom and Dominion like that was the only one that was out there, but maybe I don't know. So it'd be kind of weird if there was another one that was like out there too. But
Yeah, that's a only like I guess pragmatic qualm I would have as like a person that like takes myself out of the fandom and looks like why would a Spinosaurus or a Mosasaur, especially a Mosa, like stick to that island to feed from where they can roam anywhere potentially.
Yeah.
So
but yeah, I mean it does look similar but also different. Like the color looks it looks more. I think the one in Jurassic World was more like grayish. I was saying this one's a little more brownish.
Yeah. Or greenish or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Versus blue.
Right.
Yeah.
More, again,
yeah.
like the quality of the overall film aesthetic. It's like more warm tone than cool toned.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm a little Mosasaurus out on, to be honest. Like we've seen it already in all these other movies, but
yeah.
But I'd like to see a plesiosaurus. I think that'd be cool to see.
Oh yeah, some other kind of aquatic animals. Yeah, very cool.
There's the logo. What do you think of the logo?
It's okay. It looks like a brushed metal, which is interesting. Which makes sense if it's Rebirth. You have a new metal, I guess.
I like it. I like the sort of sunrise sort of it fits with the Rebirth idea and
yeah.
The kind of like grayish blue with a bit of like yellow and orange. Like I like it. I think it looks
nice.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, and I guess is that it? Yeah, in theaters July.
It's interesting that it's in July. Usually they're in June, so maybe they need another month for the ILM for CG and stuff. I have no idea.
Honestly, for it to be this rushed, what we've seen for the CG actually looks pretty darn good.
Oh yeah, it does.
Like I felt like Dominion, like to me, was a step down overall.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, I agree with that.
Like this already looks better than that.
I wonder how much we'll have on how many like animatronics they have. I haven't seen any leaks or anything, so that's good. But
yeah. Dachin says, unpopular opinion, I was really hoping for a scientifically accurate Spino, but I wouldn't be mad if we got the JP3 Spino. IMO, the design looks okay, a little too aggressively exaggerated and crocodilian. Yeah. I think they always do that though, right? Like they always exaggerate the features of some of these predator dinosaurs quite a bit.
Yeah, a lot of people, and rightfully so, they love this stuff and they draw dinosaurs all the time, but they always have qualms with the design choices of Jurassic Park dinosaurs. So you're not going to please everybody all the time. But I always loved the look of the Stan Winston stuff. Like, it wasn't supposed to be like super accurate. It's supposed to look terrifying because it's kind of like some horror elements in the movie, even though it's like an action adventure. So
yeah, that stuff was the best. So yeah, I mean that covers the trailer. I mean, I think it looks really cool. I have questions, but from what I've seen, I think it looks really neat. I'm excited for the movie, and now that we've had an actual trailer and some more information, like I genuinely feel like now I'm excited for this movie.
Yep, I am too. I can't wait to see it. I don't know if I want to see another trailer or more pictures and stuff. Like I'm already hooked. I mean, I was hooked without the stuff, but it was nice to see it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna just stay away from possible like ruining the movie because every time I see a trailer, I don't know if you're like this or not too, but if I see a specific image or like a scene in the trailer, I'm at the movie and I'm like, all right, when's this scene gonna happen? Because boom, boom, boom is taking place. We haven't seen this yet, so I might skip the rest of them, but we'll see.
Good point. Yeah. They always show us too much in these Jurassic trailers anyway, so.
They do that with almost all trailers. There's so many dang trailers come out that show you the whole movie, man. It's crazy. But this one didn't show that much, which is nice. So.
Right. So we'll just have to speculate in our heads about two-headed raptors and mutant dinos until.
Unless, someone else sees it and they tell you, hey, it's not a two-headed raptor. Like, all right, cool.
All right. So, well, Jurassic Jace is here and says it's good to see you, Matt. Remember when your YouTube channel in 2015 Hasbro line came out? Now the toys have changed. Jason from New Zealand. Hello, Jason, and welcome.
Yes, changed for the better. Well, I did see that people, because we can talk about it. The new Indominus Rex that's going to come out is the 2016 inspired. We have a puppy delivery. Hold on. This is Elvis. Hi, say hi, Elvis.
Hello, Elvis. Hi.
What's up, buddy? You sleepy? Is he taking a nap? Okay. Say bye-bye. He's a Chihuahua, and we think Jack Russell Terrier, but we don't know. But we just got him like for my birthday, essentially.
Yeah, you just got him. How many weeks has it been? Like a couple weeks?
2 or 3? 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Yeah. He's a pretty good boy. Back to nap. We almost had she has a dachshund, but we almost got one, but they're pretty over here they cost a lot of money, so we got a little guy at the shelter.
I love it. It's awesome. Dogs are the best.
Oh, absolute best. Sorry for interrupting.
No, not at all. And I'm going to interrupt because this one just
happened. Oh, we got another puppy delivery. This is her dachshund.
Just chilling right here with me.
She's the sweetest dog. I played with her when I went over their house.
Yep, you've met her.
Yeah. Hi, Dixie.
Say hello. Say hi to everybody. Sleepy too. Say hi to everybody. She's like, when are you going to stop streaming?
Hey, Mom's got a pretty cool show, man.
All right. I'll put you down. She usually just chills underneath here for most of the show, but sometimes she gets up and she starts looking at me like, okay, you've been going for an hour.
Yeah, well, it's time to play.
All right, let's talk some toys. I really want to talk Jurassic toys.
All right.
So let's go and bring these up. So this week, just so happens, the same week that the trailer comes out, that there have been quote-unquote reveals, which I think they're technically leaks, right? I don't know exactly where they're coming from. When people post these, they don't say. Sometimes they say, I mean, not for this stuff, but for other toy lines, people usually say, oh, this was leaked from so-and-so, or this came from. With these Jurassic leaks, we never know where they're coming from these days. It's just, they just show up and people post, I guess. But I'm going to pull up, I'm going to go to Collect Jurassic's website because he's already got working on a gallery for all this new stuff that we've been seeing over these past few days. These leaks that have been coming out.
Yeah, his site's awesome.
Yes, it is. I'm going to scroll down.
Who remembers the days of the leaks that were all like really low quality? These are like pretty much product catalog pictures.
I know, with all the logos like all over.
That's awesome.
All right, so Quetzalcoatlus. We got an image here of good old Quetzalcoatlus. Yeah, I mean this looks cool.
This might be my favorite one. Yeah, I was squinting there. I don't know if the eye is electronic or that's just the way it's painted, but it looks like it's glowing. That's kind of cool. But
I wonder if it has a light up eye or something.
It definitely has electronics. You can see like the rib cage or so, like the chest has
you're right.
Holes for the sounds.
Yeah.
But I remember somebody commented something and I replied, oh yeah, I think it's the second comment or first comment. Holy smokes, articulated wings on a mainline figure? What? And then someone says, I'll be disappointed if it's not true. And I was like, no, it's got joints. So that looks like a Kenner toy and it looks awesome. So I'm looking forward to seeing that guy.
Yeah, you know what else I like about it is the pose, right? Like they've actually finally, after all these years, Mattel's been doing these. Like they finally did like just a standing upright or walking sort of pose for a pterosaur.
I had not noticed that. Wow, that's a good eye. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. I love the coloring. Yeah. The coloring is really nice.
Oh, the coloring is cool as heck. Yeah, I love the blue and the little, I guess, gray or brown.
Yeah, it looked in the trailer we just looked at. It kind of looked like it had a blue head. So I don't know, maybe that's just something that changed along the way. But
yeah, I wonder if this is just like I would say it was supposed to be like the one from the movie, but yeah, I wonder if it did change along the way or they just the toy looks cool as is. I guess it doesn't matter to me either way. But do you
Yeah.
think that like looking quickly, that some of the detail is kind of lost? Because I look at like the arms, it looks like some of the feathers look kind of like
Mm.
glossed over.
You know what? Now that you mention it, yes, there's not a lot of sculpted detail on the wings or on the arms.
Like I don't know if like it got lost in like when they do their transferring over from the molds to the machines or whatever, the how that all works. But
Yeah, definitely a little flat. Interesting.
But I really like this toy. I'm looking forward to seeing. I know a lot of people meaning like mostly collectors, they don't really like the electronics. I still love that stuff. I think it's awesome. So
Right. It is. It looks fun. All right. So next one is the Bite and Blast Mosasaur. So I guess they're maintaining these names, right? This was the Aerial Ambush Quetzalcoatlus, and this is the Bite and Blast Mosasaurus.
would you be good at that job if you had to think of like every year new like marketing names?
Probably up to a point, but
Yeah,
after the first couple of years, I'd probably be like, okay.
have your thesaurus on deck.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
there's
I feel like
multiple
this.
of this Mosasaurus pictures. I think.
Yes, there are.
Yeah.
I feel like the coloring looks very close to what we saw in that trailer.
It does, yeah. It doesn't look too bland. I like the fading of the tail. That looks good.
Yeah, it's nice that it's
Um,
not like a one colored like tail like they were doing for a long time.
and it looks rather big. It looks almost like the size of the original 2018 and etc. repaints of the
Yeah,
Mosasaurus toy. It looks big. It
yeah,
looks
I'll
like
bet that's what
detail.
it's gonna be. It's probably just gonna be about the same size as that one, but definitely a new sculpt, which I'm glad because that sculpt, it was great and it's still pretty. It's still great, but it's already how many years old, right? So it's like, yeah, we needed a new sculpt for this.
Yeah. I liked the fact that it was like remade of the later iterations were used with ocean plastic, but at the same time, like the original was cooler because it was like softer. So
Yeah, right. And they called it the ocean protector
yeah.
mosasaurus. So it's like if I'm out swimming in the ocean and there's a shark coming, the mosasaurus is going to protect me.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I also like the sharper teeth on here. Like they definitely look a little bit more.
Oh yeah, that's something that Mattel has done a really good job of. You know this more than I do, but the teeth were not like heavily criticized at the early stages of Mattel Jurassic, and now like this past year, I want to say like the teeth look more like realistic,
Mm-hmm.
and they're still soft too, which is good for kids.
Right. Yeah, definitely. So it looks like it has a button on the tail that enables it to spit out dinos. At least that's what I'm thinking from what we're seeing in the little effect. It looks like it's spitting the Dilophosaurus out.
Yeah,
So that's an interesting
yeah,
thing. We haven't seen that yet on a Mattel dinosaur.
yeah. That's new. Yeah, usually they just retrieve them from the belly after they eat them. Yeah, you don't. So, what if that's gonna be the movie?
Maybe
Eats
it
eats a
vomits the
Spinosaurus
dinosaur
and
up.
then throws it up.
Um,
I wonder what the articulation is at the midsection though. Oh, there, you got another picture. I don't think he has that on Instagram. I'm on his Instagram. He just has the 2 pics. I'm gonna go to the website and look at the other ones. Oh,
yeah,
he's got like a lot more. Okay, yeah, there's some kind of whipping feature then.
yeah. So it looks like it also has a side to side sort of thing, like where maybe the okay. So it looks to me like the front half of the body goes side to side when you push a button.
Yeah, or he's just holding it, just throws it. I don't know, but yeah, maybe it's the button on the bottom. There's a button on the bottom, maybe.
Yeah, some other button on there.
But yeah, this picture looks cool.
This does look cool. Proportionately speaking, it looks freaking awesome.
Yeah, that is a good looking picture for the toy. It looks more realistic there versus the first picture.
Yeah, and nicely sized tail, fins, like the coloring, looks like top notch. Like this is one of the better ones I've seen from them. Let's see, is that the last one? Nope. There's okay. So I guess they're bringing back the scan codes.
Thank you, God.
They're not gonna have the little pop up
I thought,
doors.
Yeah, I like the stickers, the scan codes, because it reminds me a little bit of their own like Jurassic World or Jurassic Park, tags from the first like two lines of the movies for the first two movies.
Right.
I did not like the doors at all. I hated the doors. I thought they were so dumb. I was like, why'd you do R&D and stuff on that? But
Yeah.
there is a friend, his kid went over his house for his birthday party, and his son's name is James, like 6 years old. He had a bunch of dinosaurs, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I asked him because he had like a couple that had the door, and I was like, I actually baited him into it too. I was like, so do you like these doors or do you like the stickers on like the feet? I don't like the doors at all. He goes, I like both. I was like, wrong answer. But yeah, that's probably why, because the kids there thought it was kind of cool. It's an extra action feature, I guess.
Right.
But man, I hated the doors. I thought that was so dumb. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool that I know some people on Twitter are like, oh no, not the stickers. But I was like, the stickers, hell yeah.
Then what else do you want him to do? Like, I mean,
yeah, it's just I don't know. I'd rather have like another feature included rather than the door. If they could put in some kind of like whatever
Right.
budget they had into the toy to do something else with it. But
yeah, I'd like to see like dino damage pieces come back, but
that'd be cool.
there's the whole choking hazard thing. So
yeah, I think it just as a kid I never like choked on them, just lost them sometimes.
yeah.
But now you
Right.
got people on like Etsy and stuff. They're making them. So
Yeah.
here we go.
Here we go. Here's the Spino. And again, very radically different from JP3, and also radically different from Mattel's initial effort, which was a big like crap show. I mean, I'm sure you remember the whole Save the Spino thing and Spino Gate and all
Yes,
that.
yeah, I tried to participate in that. Luckily, I had one, but I guess Collect Jurassic posted a couple of weeks ago that the Heyman collection might be coming. 3 weeks ago, he posted January 12th. So hopefully that figure is good and everyone be okay.
I just hope it's the JP3 version and not this version.
Oh my gosh, dude, I didn't even think about that. What if it is this one? Oh man, that would suck. But at least
Yeah.
maybe it'd be better painted than this one. That is something I gotta say right now. It's just the paint looks kind of
Yeah, I'm not really.
The face
feeling
looks
the
good.
paint.
The skull looks okay, like the eye and the top of the crest or the head.
Right.
But yeah, the rest of the paint kind of looks
Yeah,
But-
it looks like what we saw in the trailer. I mean, it looks fairly close to that, but it's not executed as well as it could have been.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the like I forget what those snakes were called when we were kids, like the toys that they like moved and like the hinges, like the tail's got 4 of them to move because it's plastic. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that articulation, but I'm assuming there's some kind of like maybe that the back of that sail, you push the button in and then the tail whips. I'm assuming that could be an action
Right.
feature. But there's also the head has a hinge that might move like back and forth with a button somewhere we haven't seen right now in these pictures.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably let's look through all of them. I think that might be my least favorite one out of all of them released. Yeah, I think that's my least favorite one, probably toy wise. But this
guess
one was there.
I was trying to see if there was another picture of this, but I guess
Nah, it's just one so far.
Okay.
It's also on his Instagram, it's just one. So
All right. Well, it looks it's nice to see a new sculpt for it, for sure, at the very least.
yeah.
So this is the tail thrasher Spinosaurus.
I didn't even notice that. Of course, it's a tail thrasher, and it makes sense that I just said it was going to thrash its tail in an action feature. Duh.
Yeah. All right, and then we move on to the Power Devourer. I hadn't seen the name before. Power Devourer Tyrannosaurus Rex. All right, what do you think of this?
I like the last one. The paint's not the best. I think it's really cool that they have like the claws, the hand claws, kind of more natural and like moved inwards. That's kind of cool. But I don't know what the action feature is for him. He kind of looks like it's just the angle, but he kind of looks like the head's kind of rubbery. At least the neck and like the lower jaw kind of looks like that, but I could be wrong. It also looks like it's separate from the body. You see like the line.
Oh yeah.
So maybe it is something like rubbery, or it's got some kind of animatronic feature. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, we don't have much information. We don't really know.
Right.
It looks really weird, this picture, because if you look, the hands or the arms look very sharp, but then like
Mhm.
the body looks kind of pixelated. So that's kind of weird.
Hmm. That's a
Is
good
it?
point.
Hmm. Yeah, it's an interesting
Right.
image.
Yeah. Um, like it looks kind of similar to what we see in that trailer, like as far as the sculpt and the coloring goes, I guess. But
Close.
yeah, I think the one in the trailer is a little more green, maybe
Yeah, it
than this
definitely has more green and yellow. This one's more like
gray
grayish.
blue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe we'll get
but
another one later too. They love their T-Rexes.
yeah, I mean the sculpt looks similar also to the trailer, but it also looks a little bit. It looks a little bit less like the classic '93 T
Yeah.
Rex.
It almost looks like their Tarbosaurus from like 2019 or
Uh huh. Oh
2020,
yeah, that's a
whenever.
good point. It does look like
Yeah,
that.
that looks like that paint job.
Um, looks like the tongue might be posable too, which is cool.
Right, like the Hammond collection one.
Hmm.
I hope we get a new Hammond collection Rex. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. Uh, yeah, I need to see more photos of this because I was going to kind of say like maybe
Yeah,
the feet look proportionate, but I don't know
or
because it's
or
it's a weird angle.
information.
Yeah, more info needed. All right, so here is what's the name of this one? This is it's just I thought I was going to have a weird name like Titanosaurus. Um, yeah, I mean this is the big huge dino we see in that trailer, right? And I mean to me this looks cool.
Yeah, it looks cool.
The orange might be a little much like,
Yeah,
in terms of how vibrant it looks, but maybe when we see the film, this is how it's going to look.
yeah,
But
I
it's
like it.
another big dino. It's one of those like big dinos that you can't really
Display
display because
anywhere. Yeah, yeah. I thought because I always wanted the Brachiosaurus, but it's like where do I put it on the floor? Like, like I don't know. But I
yeah,
love that there's a really good amount of detailing in this guy.
yep,
So they did a really good job with that, and it looks like it's almost the same articulation as the other big sauropods that they have. But a really cool paint job. The head is got that fade. It looks cool. Um, the tail looks sick. It looks like a real like iguanodon or something. Like I like
right.
this toy. It looks cool. So I'm assuming it'd probably be like what $50 or $60. I remember they charged for the sauropods.
Yeah, they used to be like 60, I think.
I think the
Um,
Hammond collection one was 80, so it can't be more than
right.
80.
I have that one. I never opened it because I already had the legacy one on display. So
Oh
it's like
wow.
it's kind of well, like what do I want to have two brachiosauruses on
Yeah, that
display?
makes
It's too
sense.
big.
Yeah.
And I have the Apatosaurus on display, but I don't have like I know I have them, but they're in storage, like the Mamenchosaurus and the I guess the Diplodocus or whatever other ones they made, but or Dreadnoughtus, I think.
Dreadnoughtus, yeah.
But it looks really cool. It looks like I'm looking back and forth at the shelf, like maybe it has the same body as the existing
Interesting.
Brachiosaurus.
It's like a retool.
Yeah, like it's kind of hard to say. I'm gonna guess that maybe it's a little bit different, but I don't know. There's some similarities, so maybe maybe a retool kind of thing. But
Let me look up like Brachiosaurus size and like compare it to okay, so 59 foot to 72 foot for a Brachiosaurus. And a Titanosaurus is that can't be true. 30 to 39 feet. That's what Wikipedia says.
hmm,
So, indeed. So I guess they're almost the same size, if or a smaller one. It's like by 10 foot. So I guess they could retool the body if they wanted to. But
yeah, interesting.
yeah, there's no other information. Dino Geek on Instagram on Tim's Instagram says, "What size? Does anyone know the dimensions?" And no one knows anything. So
Um, yeah, we need more pictures so we can see more angles and see what it's really made out of. All right, so let's talk Legacy Collection Reimagined.
yeah,
Because here it is. I know we hinted at it earlier. This just was revealed earlier today, and when I saw it, I was like, all right, like okay, this I really do like.
yeah, I do too. I think I saw this actually. There's a buddy Alejandro. I don't know if he's watching the live stream. He knew this like 2 days ago. He sent me the pictures. They weren't
Mhm.
as high quality as this, but I do like this. Um, I'm assuming the two reasons why Mattel did this was one, the fact that this toy is ridiculously high on eBay, and I don't know if that's because it was like the last one of the last toys that Hasbro made for dinosaurs, or the fact that people actually do like it. And the secondly would be the reason of they've already had what two Indominus toys, and they weren't this hybrid design; they're just regular Indominuses.
Right.
So I think it's super cool. I love obviously the rubber dinosaurs, and I love the fact that they include like the bull rex, like eating the belly or eating and they retrieve it out of the belly. I think that's awesome. But
Yeah.
I like the red, and it mostly continues down to the tail. Um, I wonder how much price wise it'll be, and I don't think are any of these pictures it shows like an electronic feature. There's okay, so there's a guy or a girl like pushing the back, so there is a possible electronic feature. So that's kind of cool. So it's like the bad boy reimagined.
Yeah. I forgot that that was called the bad boy.
Remember, yeah, you called it the bad girl. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, this is neat to me. I assume it's going to be about $50 because I think that's what the T-Rex cost. Um, but what I mean, I appreciate that they're kind of going back to that dino hybrid sort of thing. Just because we're all these years removed from that era, and
Hmm.
there's a certain amount of, in a weird way, right? There's a certain amount of nostalgia now for some of those crappy Hasbro toys.
Oh yeah, there is.
But
I
it
saw
also
that.
looks, and they're expensive too, but it also looks like that book that came out at the time, that like the Dino Hybrid book that went along with these toys. Some of
Hmm.
them, it looks very much like that, like a little more accurate to that. But I also see when I look at it, let me pull up the previous picture of the head. It looks very much to me like kind of like the concept for the Indominus Rex. That
It does. Yeah, it does. That's interesting art choice. I
yeah.
think this like the hybrid with the red and stuff that was from the mobile game, and then
Hmm.
they made a
Hmm.
toy of it. But yeah, that head does look like more like the with the D Rex. You know, now they're calling this new mutant the D Rex, so we have to differentiate uh
Yeah.
our D Rexes. But yeah, I didn't notice that. That's a good eye. Because that second picture of what the hand on the back, like the head looks weird. It's just like, what is that? That's not a Dominus. That's a weird. But then that close up of it eating a little baby trike, it looks like a concept art for sure. But I mean, if you look at it, it looks like an Indominus Rex if you're a quasi Jurassic Park fan. So,
Right.
but yeah, I'm interested to see this. I'm hoping that the arms hold up. I really loved the first Indominus Rex toy they made, but the arms broke very easily on a lot of people, and it kind of sucks. But I love the toy. I love it. It could eat. It was kind of like a Thrasher ish or of a bullish Rex. It could eat the figures, and it had the
Right.
sounds, and I love the sounds and stuff. And it was cool that they kind of like made it like a bad boy but better in a way because it had like the lights too. But
Hmm.
the damaged one from Walmart, I think it's still available at Walmart if you go there. But that one's good. But um, yeah,
Yeah.
this one looks cool.
My
Besides
favorite one.
possibly getting a Hammond collection one.
Right. My favorite one is the camouflage one. It just like proportionately it looks the most accurate to Jurassic World, but it's also like a teensy bit smaller than the previous one.
Yeah, the tails are kind of small on them. How's the tail on this guy? We can't really see a side profile, but it looks okay
Right. Just
lengthwise.
that's like the best we get. We need more pictures of these guys. We need more and more and more pictures. But yeah, I like it. Um
Yeah,
I like it. And these Target exclusives always go on sale. Always, always, always. So if it is 50
they do.
bucks or $60, you're gonna be able to get it for like 30 at some point.
I don't get it. Like, I liked the Red Rex remake that they had, but I felt like it didn't sell well. And the Carnotaurus is pretty good. It's not perfect. I wish that the mouth was closed and it was kind of like the Kenner one. You could squeeze the neck and it could open and bite. But that one hasn't really sold that I've seen, which kind of stinks because it looks so cool. It's a cool toy to me. But
Yeah. You know what I want to see, and I want to see it in the movie too. I want to see a young Tyrannosaurus Rex, like what Kenner did, like
That'd be cool.
not like the little one we saw in the Lost World, but like more of like a teenager, if you will.
Yeah, juvenile.
Juvenile, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was in the novel too, right? The original Jurassic Park novel.
Yes, it was. I think
So.
it attacked Regis. He tried to hide behind a rock or something, but yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I'd love to see that in live action, but also like an updated toy of that. And I think they kind of somewhat tried to do it when they did the what's the one that came out that kind of has like the series 2 sort of colors that
Oh yeah,
did with the capture gear.
Yeah, with the Jeep and stuff.
Yeah, like they kind of tried to do it, but it has the same body as the adult Rex. It's
pretty
just
much
a
an
head that looks a
adult.
little
Yeah.
bit. So we still haven't crossed that one off our list. So hopefully they get around to that at some point. But yeah, I think that's everything. Let me just jump over to. I just want to make sure I collect Jurassic on Instagram because sometimes there's things that haven't hit the website yet.
Yeah, I think at the bottom there might be the super colossal.
Oh yeah, good point. I almost missed those. Let's scroll down to super colossal. Yeah, there they are.
Yeah.
Okay, we definitely want to see these. Let me start. I guess we'll start with the Mosasaurus because that one's on there first. Okay. Finally, super colossal Mosasaurus, right? They've done 1 million super colossals at this point. I think I have most of them, but they're like in storage. It's just like because it's really hard to display this sort of thing. But I don't think I picked up the Atrociraptor because I was like, whatever. But the Mosasaurus, I'd definitely be open to getting a super colossal version of because to me that just makes sense, like a super colossal Mosasaurus.
Yeah. Plus, kids can if I don't have no idea why because I don't like it because it's not in scale the super colossals, but they sell so well. And the Mosasaurus makes sense for like a kid for bath time, having this big ass toy to play with the bathtub.
Swimming pool.
But I don't know if that the eyeball. I'm looking. I don't know if I can zoom in. Let me try. I don't know if that's like a painted weird, or if that's just like the detailing of the eye. But the paint job looks almost the exact same as the regular toy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm assuming this will sell well, and the other one, the Rex one, would sell well as well. Too many wells.
Yeah, I think I would just sleep with this one in the bed and probably be happy.
Honestly, I don't know for that. There's this next picture is like of the hands holding it. I don't think that doesn't look that big compared to the regular one.
But also the hands don't look natural at all.
Yeah, what's up with is this AI? Look at the very top.
Like AI. Like, what kind of hands are those? It's weird. The arms look really freaky.
Yeah.
Maybe but yeah, it doesn't look super colossal like with those hands on it.
Yeah. But do you think this will be plastic, or do you think it'll just be rubber? Probably not rubber at all.
No, it'll probably be the same as maybe the top of the head, but other than that, it's probably going to just be the same as all the other super colossals, like hard plastic. Rubber would be cool, though. It would make it more comfortable.
I wonder which one will come first on the shelves, because there's only that one shelf spot, essentially, for one super colossal.
Right. Maybe it would be like an assortment where, like, it's a case of... Well, super colossals have never come in cases. They've always been, like, singles. So they'd have to have 2 different SKUs for it. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question.
Maybe if I was Mattel, I'd go Mosa first, because they always have an abundance of Rex stuff, and then maybe the Rex at second.
Let's take a look at the Rex. So here's the Rex, and it also looks like the smaller version as far as it does. Sculpt and color. It looks good. It just, like I said earlier, with the smaller one, it doesn't. It looks like they're kind of getting a little bit away from the Stan Winston model.
A little bit. It's a very thick neck and body.
Right. Yeah, it is.
And big feet too, like thickness wise, not like the actual size of them.
Yeah. Maybe because they want to fit those little dinos in its throat. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
But the first super colossal, I don't know if you remember, like it You had a problem standing, right? Because the legs would get loose and the body would like slip forward.
Oh yeah, if you went low, or you're just talking about like the hinges loosening up of the legs.
Yeah, like that. Like you would stand it up, and then like the front of the body would
Yeah,
tilt.
yeah. I don't know if you probably obviously you've probably never been there, but there's a toy place in Cincinnati called the Toy Department, and they have a bunch of like cool stuff. It's like the greatest toy store ever. They have like Kenner prototypes because it's the shadow of Kenner, but they have a lot of decent Mattel Jurassic stuff. And they do have the Super Colossal, and it does do that. The first Rex, it just kind of just like falls over. They have a couple of dinosaurs that are kind of like Mattel ones that are broken, but
But yeah, cool to see the super colossals are coming. There's also this Matchbox. So this is the Mosasaurus rescue action boat. It looks like the boat we see in the trailer.
yes, it does with a car, which I don't think was in the trailer, but a cool action feature, I guess. They have a little Matchbox car included.
Yeah, in a towing cable thing harness for the Mosasaurus.
Yeah, that's funny. So I think somebody commented, I don't know if it was on Tim's Instagram or on Twitter, saying like, "What does the Mosasaur need rescuing for?" That's kind of funny.
Yeah, the way they label some of these toys.
But it's cool that they have like little darts and stuff. I don't think I've ever seen that in a Matchbox set.
No,
So I don't collect Matchbox, but I don't.
I don't either. But this one looks kind of like I might want it.
Honestly, besides seeing the little Matchbox car, I thought that was actually like a play set by Mattel, like for like the line.
Yeah, I did
I didn't
too.
think until I saw the car, I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's a cool little boat." Oh wait, it's Matchbox, I think. So
Yeah, fun stuff.
I think that's all of it. There's just Legos, but I think that's all of the reveals.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch on the Legos right now, but yeah, I think that looks like it is everything.
Cool.
Well, cool. That covers the toys. And I mentioned earlier at the top of the show that I kind of want to take just a little bit of a peek at eBay and see what things are going for. It's been how many years now since Jurassic Park? It's been almost 30, 32 years. Jesus.
Yeah.
Shoot, that's insane. But yeah. So the Kenner line, is just one of the greatest toy lines of all time. Obviously, it's classic. We've talked about it a million times. It's just so nostalgic, and if you were a kid at that point in time seeing this movie Jurassic Park and seeing those amazing Kenner toys, which totally like crapped on any other dinosaur toys of the era.
Yeah.
It's just such a special toy line. It's an amazing quality toy line. But over the years, especially after Jurassic World came out, we saw this big kind of resurgence and interest in that toy line, and prices on stuff started creeping up, especially like boxed samples of like the real feel skin dinosaurs, and even like the action figures and smaller dinosaurs, those have gone up in price. But I'm curious, because I had not really spent a whole lot of time looking at that stuff in a while, because I've my collecting focus has been elsewhere, and I have most of the Kenner stuff anyway, so it just hasn't been a focus of mine. But I want to take a quick look at eBay and see where things are at, because we have this new movie coming. We know that these toys obviously have been out of production for decades, and they're not making any more of them. People are putting them into their collection, so presumably supplies is probably diminishing. So let's jump over to eBay.
There is a very tiny bit of me that does wish that Hasbro still had the license and could remake them, but because there's a lot of retro toys that have been coming out by people.
Mm-hmm.
DC, you see a lot of like retro toys. You see Ghostbusters, so. But the Mattel stuff is really good, but there is a very small part of me like I want to go into Target and see a Red Rex on the shelf. That'd be so cool.
I know, that would be neat if they did that. It probably costs $100 and some bucks, but
you know what?
Cheaper than eBay.
I don't know what the rights and the archives look like for Hasbro, or they could like make a remake or redo of the Red Rex, just not have Jurassic Park branding. So,
Right.
but they ain't gonna do that. They just reuse the was that the hybrid Rex mold sculpt and then put Spider-Man paint on it.
Oh,
So-
yeah, and then they did a Venom version too.
Yes, they did. Yeah, I did see that too. Yeah.
All right, so let's look. Speaking of the Rex, let's look that up.
All right,
Canada
here we
Jurassic Park electronic Tyrannosaurus Rex. All right, so these are current auctions. I always like to look at completed because I want to get a real feel for what people are actually paying for them. So we'll go to completed. Okay, loose isn't so bad. $70. It says it's working.
But that one right
Maybe-
there looks like it's still working. That one, the $50 right there. I think
Yeah.
it's if it's a wider mouth, it's still working. If it's like mine's broken, I bought it broken. But if it's like a closed or more closed mouth, I think they're busted from what I've seen. Box only. Look at that,
Box only, $40.
dude. I bought. That's my original Bull Rex, but I did buy the box for like $40, like in 2015. So I don't care. I'd buy a box. Like I have this. I did a trade with Nick. I traded him like the Ben and Bumpy set, and I traded him for his Thrasher. So
Oh,
I'll take that trade.
yeah.
I just need to find a box.
Yes. Here's a box one, but nobody bought it. $75. Okay, so loose, not so bad. Honestly, not so bad. Even the arms, like people lose the arms on these sometimes. Like $30, that's not bad at all.
And people 3D print those too. You can buy them.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, but now we get into a mint in box sample, $770.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That is a lot of money.
Is that one 700 right there? Oh, no bids.
No bids on this one. I think that was the same one. Another loose one,
That's not bad.
non-working.
Oh, well.
Not,
Oh. You can take it apart and fix it yourself if you really wanted to. But if you don't need the electronics or anything, $30 pretty good.
this one ended at 43. It has the box. The box is all messed up, but it doesn't look like it was mint in box. It looks like it was just, it has the box,
Yeah.
which is still not bad. 43
Yeah,
bucks.
yeah, true.
Yeah. Holy cow. $2,000 it sold for on January 5th.
It's got maybe it's graded.
Yeah, it is graded. It is graded.
That's still too much money. I don't know.
That's too much. Yeah. This one, $199 with box. So again, probably not mint in box, but
Yeah, it looks a little messed up.
they didn't put it back in right. In fact, I want to get a better. I want to get a better look at that. That just looks kind of funny.
Guy's got 100%
Holy cow! What
feedback.
did he do to the poor guy? You can't even see his face, her face. Oh, I'm not even sharing because it
Well, I
opens.
say, I think it's frozen or something.
No, it's that I have to present the other window.
Oh no!
It opens in a new tab. Right here we go. Like, look at this thing. How did they?
Oh
They like
yeah.
really rude. They shouldn't have done that. Like,
yeah,
wow. Like,
bent the
can't
tail
even
the
see
wrong
its
way,
face.
bro. Adam, figure it out.
Ouch! That just looks painful. That looks painful.
Brutal.
All right, let me jump back to the other one. So, all right, continue scrolling. So loose. If you really want a red T-Rex, you can get one under $100. That's encouraging. Here's another one with box, 200.
That's not bad.
No,
If you don't care about it being new in box, that's pretty good.
right. And if you're buying one of these new in box, I mean, you probably want it to be new in box like forever. So,
Yeah. I'm a very rare person. I keep these like they're loose in the box. So I just like having the box.
I have my boxes from 1993 still, but they're not in them.
That's so cool.
This one, 500 about. It says pre-owned, but it's sealed.
Yeah, I don't
So-
know why people do that on eBay. So
Well, it looks like
like
the box is kind of messed up, so probably maybe that's why. That's cheaper than those other ones we saw.
yeah,
Okay, this is actually pretty good. If this is
that looks
260,
really good condition.
Yeah, 260. Open to good condition. Okay, so it was open. That's probably why it went for what it did. But,
It did another new tab thing again. It froze up.
Oh, yeah. All right. When they open in a new window, I gotta
New window.
jump over. But yeah, so it looks really nice, but it does say that it's opened. So I don't know if they repackaged it or I mean, that's what it seems like they did, but it looks to be in really nice condition.
Yeah, it's a cool ass toy. Man, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, but the box is kind of
Yeah, somewhere. Yeah. Looks like my dog chewed it. That's what somebody said in the chat. I had to replay that joke to somebody. I don't know where it was.
500. This one says new November 10th. That's okay. So 500 again. That's better, and that's the end. That's as far as it goes. So there's not a whole lot of box ones that have been selling, but if we go away from completed, we do see that there are some box ones available. Like there's one here, $727. There's one with a really messed up box.
Yeah.
360. 259. Again, really messed up box. Which, if you want a brand new one to open that's in a really messed up box, it's not a bad price.
Look at that one right there, that 950 one. That one's messed up.
What's
What
wrong
happened
with
to
its neck?
Yeah.
Here, let me. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna share the other tab. Poor guy. What happened to this one?
I don't know.
What
I've
happened
never
to
I've never
its neck?
seen that. I'm seeing new stuff I've never seen before with these.
I've never seen that either. That is bizarre.
Huh.
Are there any other pictures? No. No? Just that.
Poor guy.
Weird.
It looks like his his mouth action feature still works because it's wide. So
Like he got stuck in that position, like or something.
weird.
What does it say? It just says seal is broken on one side with its original unopened packaging. It doesn't say anything about why it looks that way. So okay. Anyway, that's expensive, $950. I wouldn't buy it with it looking that way.
Nope. If you know what you're doing, yeah.
Yeah. If you know, oh look, there's a bull T-Rex here for the same price, $999.
Same seller.
Loose bull T-Rexes aren't that bad either. This is $150. It comes with the capsule with the guy, so it's not horrible.
A little pricey, but yeah, I like to see that under 100. That's the days of them being 50 to 80 bucks.
Yeah, usually when they're under 100, I don't think they come with the capsule, or not these days anyway. There's a lot of loose ones, varying prices. Wait, this one has the box, but it says pre-owned.
You want to Stomp and Strike for 17 bucks?
No way. 250 for an electronic Dilophosaurus?
That card's messed up too.
That's not worth that.
Yeah, some people are crazy.
This one's better. This one's 150. It's still kind of pricey.
Yeah, it still looks like it's messed up. Yeah.
Damn, Baryonyx is 600.
Bucks.
I mean, I know it's rare, but wow, 600.
Yeah. Not worth it.
Even loose ones are kind of a little pricey, $50.
Yeah. It's a cool toy, but not $50 worth.
Oh, shoot.
Gallimimus.
1,000 for the Gallimimus.
That's cool. I never had that one, but I'm not paying 130 for it.
Let's look at the command compound, because I bought you probably remember I bought the command compound back in 2016, like brand new in box. I did an unboxing video showing what it looked like on the inside and all, and I paid $300 for it on eBay.
No, it's doubled.
Has it? Let's see. Completed auctions, no bids.
If you go to sold, it'll show you the sold ones versus the no bids.
Okay, good point. Let's see. Sort by.
It was on when you click the completing list and on the left side.
Oh,
it's right below it, I think.
All right, let's see. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I always go to that to get my prices.
The flames look hilarious.
$25.
Okay, but let's add another filter here. We want brand new. We want brand new. See what that's selling for. Okay, these are obviously not brand new. This one is okay. 555. Yeah, you're right.
delivery.
You're right. Yeah, that's definitely double. Loose 250, complete or near complete. This one ended at 500 plus $30 delivery. That's more fair of the shipping.
And that's it. Looks like.
And that's not horrible. 500, I guess. That's the Rex we saw earlier. Okay, so I guess not a lot of those are selling or have sold recently.
Looks like 500 or so is the median, and the people are trying to ask for 700, 800. They're just going to sit there.
Right. But currently active, there are some very expensive ones, 850, 700.
No one's going to buy those. That's
This
too
is
much.
interesting. Like this one's 850, but shipping is $2.49.
You get 10% off.
Why not just include free shipping at that point?
Yeah. Maybe it's a handling fee.
Right. To carry it to the car. Yeah, there's quite 3,000. No, okay, so that's probably graded too, I guess. Is it? Wait, is that graded?
It looks like it's got a plastic thing on, maybe.
Yeah, you're right. It is graded. Okay. I would never pay for a graded thing, but
yeah, it's too much.
This one's not graded. It's 1,500. That's absurd.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Okay. What else should we check from the Kenner line?
Maybe the Demon Carnotaurus. That one's expensive as hell. Oh my gosh. Loose $350.
$1,700 for a boxed one. The box doesn't even look that good.
Up. I remember that in 2016 was like $300 maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
400. Oh my gosh. Oh, dude, I see this guy all the time. You see the paper ones? He makes his own figures.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. I see this. I think he messages me like a bunch of pictures of him. Love it.
I guess there's not that many of them on right now.
No. Wow.
There's the Series 2 Rex pre-owned for $552.
Maybe that's wrong. Maybe it's new and I forgot. There's another broken neck one. What are people doing with their toys?
This one's not bad for the Raptor 65.
That is good. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Mine still has the original battery and still goes.
Nice. Yeah, I love that toy. I love all those toys. It'd be cool to get a Triken box one day. That was one of my favorites.
Oh, look, the Lost World Bone Breaker is 1,100.
Man, I had that guy. I should never have sold any of my stuff. That was a cool toy. Not as cool as looking as the Demon was. Still a sweet toy.
Man, some of these are pricey though. Like Dr. Snare, $150.
Dr. Snare is very popular for price-wise for some reason. Yeah.
Some of the small dinos aren't too bad. Like the Dimetrodon 30.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a nice looking package too.
Yeah.
Why is this Raptor $86 in bids when the other one is buy it now for what was it, like $65?
I think that one is the series.
The card.
That one's Series 2 or so.
Yeah, I see the card. Yeah, you're right. There's not really a lot of Demon Carnotaurs on here.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, the Raptor Hatchling, $229.
I never had any of those. They're okay though.
My brother had that. He got it for Christmas one year. And I never had it, but I think maybe like a decade or so ago, I bought the Lost World version. It looks pretty cool too. It's pretty similar. Do I have any?
I think Mattel made those. Like they try to make some of those. I'm thinking wrong. It was Hasbro, but I don't know if they sold well enough because they don't make them anymore. But I remember, I forgot. I thought I saw somebody like line-wise make more hatchlings, but it was only for like a year.
Somebody sold the new Carnotaurus with the old one. Holy cow, this sold for $1,400?
Wow.
It's not even graded or anything.
Wow.
It's got a Walmart sticker on it.
Nice.
7. This one sold for $7. Well, UK
God,
dollars.
$300. That's crazy.
I
had one. $4 for a Dilophosaurus. Let's go.
Let's see what else. Oh, these are some of these, like some the UK versions, right? Like some of these dinos had like a window on them.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. You can't feel the real skin, but
right,
protects it from other kids. Yeah.
This okay. Here's a series 2, ended at $800.
Wow.
And some of those are kind of hard, right? Because the paint flakes off on them.
I think so. I think I don't know how much you know of this. You probably know a lot. I know Nick says that the Kenner dinosaurs, the rubber ones, aren't the greatest because the rubber deteriorates. But I never had that issue, except the young Rex is a little sticky. Besides that, I don't have an issue with this Thrasher, the Red Rex, the Bull. Maybe the Bull's a little bit sticky, but it's not bad. You just like take like a Clorox wipe and it's fine. But like the young Rex, the Series 1, I can't see it, but it's behind me. That one is a little sticky, but I did buy that off eBay. I don't know what the situation was. I don't know if it was in like a freaking tub for 20 something years and never got oxygen. Like, I don't know what the story is. So, but apparently some of the rubber, it gets sticky or deteriorates or something, but I don't know if that's the story for the Series 2 stuff.
All right, let's just for laughs and let's take a look at let's go Hasbro here. Let's go.
Yes.
So Hasbro. What was it called? What was their Dino Hybrid?
Yeah, want to look up the Indominus to see how much that one's probably really expensive. I'm guessing at least $300.
Was it called Rampage or something?
I think just hybrid Indominus should work. Yeah, it was Rampage. Oh, it's actually not that much now. Loose. It used to be a lot.
Yeah, it's not so bad for loose.
Yeah.
Boxing.
There you go. There's a 350. Yeah. That one's loose for $250. Jeez.
There's even the little guy. Look, $170.
That's a lot.
Damn. It's crazy how people, like, at the time, like, everybody was like laughing at him, right? But now people want them.
Yeah. I thought it was dumb as hell.
It was dumb. It was super dumb.
So Greg Lutz says Nick Van Owen's Series 2, 300 to 600, he thinks.
Oh, wow. Okay, we'll take a look at that. Just Dino Hybrid in general.
Oh my gosh.
Spinosaurus, almost $100. Dilophosaurus Rex, $56. Jeez. Even the crappy Owen and Blue figure, $40. That was the boot with the overbite.
Yeah, and the Owen didn't look a thing like Owen.
So derpy looking.
Oh my gosh, what a set!
Carnoraptor, $112. I remember like pre-ordering these on eBay for like they were like $8 or something at the time, like $10.
That's pretty good.
Not on eBay, on Amazon.
Oh,
like they were like $10 or
yeah, that's right.
I think they were $8. I think they were $8 or something.
Yeah, 8 or 10. Yeah,
they're cheap. Jeez, I can't believe how much these are. Except this one, nobody really cares about that Rex.
Yeah, it sucked.
Shoot, 150. Dilophosaurus isn't horrible, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of cool colors.
I still have that one. I sold a bunch of these, but I did keep that one. Well, I guess somebody wanted this one because it sold for 110 almost. All right, so let's take a look. What was it? The Series 2 Nick Van Owen?
Yeah, this Greg says $300 to $600.
Yeah.
Oh, 90? Maybe on the card. Let's see. Here we go. Oh,
Oh yeah.
380. That's it.
That used to be like 100, like 8
It
years ago
was.
or so.
Yeah. Get
Nobody
the regular
wants
one for
series
15
one.
bucks.
I know, with his weird
300.
shorts.
Yeah.
And for good measure, there's an $800 series to Young T-Rex.
That's the same guy I think we just saw.
Sarah Harding used to be pretty expensive
Oh,
too.
yeah. What's she at now? Let's look. I think she was less than Nick, though. That's okay.
Yeah, it's not hard.
I think it's about the same as it's been a couple years ago or so. Yeah, it's about the same. That's not
It
bad.
hasn't changed a whole lot, no.
Like Aj or somebody was super rare.
900 for the Thrasher. Jeez.
Damn. Sold.
Aj, let's take a look.
I think it was Aj.
I forgot how to spell his name.
Yeah, there you go. Or is it Ludlow? There we go. So he's a little expensive.
Oh yeah.
Not too
about
bad,
the same
though.
price as Sarah, I guess.
Yeah, he's not horrible.
Roughly. You know which one's wild? Oh, there's the Chaos Effect Rex. You know what's and 750 for the Allosaurus.
Yeah, that's
the
one.
medical.
Yeah,
center. But
that's so
you know
much.
what's wild? Have you seen do you remember when Mattel got the license, they did the T-Rex, I guess it was like this. Was it I forgot what it was called. It was the one that you could dissect.
Yeah, it was like an anatomy kit. I only saw that when I was in Canada once, and that is probably the most rare or expensive Mattel toy. Yeah, there it is.
That's wild. I used to have it. I bought it on Amazon, I think, or Walmart, or I don't remember where, but I ordered it. It came in. I opened it. I did a review on it, and then I was like, for whatever reason, I sold it like shortly thereafter. I know I didn't sell it for no $500. Like it was like,
yeah, I have no idea why.
I probably even took a loss on it, to be honest. But
I never saw that in stores except like in the mall in Canada. I was like, oh my gosh, I never saw this before. I should have bought it.
I'm pretty sure Dixie is in the review too, if I recall.
Nice.
Yeah, I think she's in there. But yeah, this stuff. All right, so I think we can surmise that certain items, smaller dinos tend to be, going up in price, but they're still fairly affordable. But some of the mid-size to larger dinos, especially if they're in boxes, seem to be going up. And in the case of some of them, like the Demon Carnotaur or the Series 2 Young T-Rex or the Red Rex, like some of those have increased a lot.
Blows. Oh well, so is life.
Yeah. My goal, like one day, like I would love to have a complete boxed like Jurassic Park Series 1 collection. Series 2, whatever. It wasn't like a big thing when I was a kid for me because I was like more like Series 1. By the time Series 2 came along a year later, I was kind of like, I had kind of moved on, but I would love to have like a Series 1 like box collection of just like everything.
Yeah, same with the Lost World. Because Series 2, the only thing I ever had Series 2 or saw Series 2 when I was a kid growing up was at KB Toys. I got the Pachycephalosaurus. Besides that, I mean, I might have seen the Blue Rex, but I never saw like the Demon or anything like that. So Series 2 is kind of like to me, even though it was sweet. Some of the stuff's cool. Oh wait, I had the Tanaconda.
Oh yeah.
It was I'm sorry. I didn't have the whatever Tanistrophes, whatever the hell that animal was. It was actually the Tanaconda from Chaos Effect. It wasn't the Series 2 one. But let's see.
Yeah. There's the it's just crazy how people were so into watching these like back then. I'm pretty sure Dixie is in here. Oh, I gotta watch an ad.
Get paid.
All right. Cretaceous Cantina. I remember that. Good old days. Oh, there she is.
Let's go.
Sure enough, she does have a cameo. I think she's barking in here. Let's see. Hello and welcome to. Yeah. All right.
Oh
That's
my
enough of that.
gosh, that's great.
Yeah,
It was on the
2018.
floor. Or
I
was it
know.
on the tabletop?
Cretaceous scan. Yeah, it was on the floor because I think it was like big or something, and
Hmm.
it did have a really big box.
It was a big box.
It was the
yeah.
size of the like the what was it called, the thrash and
Throw or whatever.
thrash. Yeah, thrash and throw. That's right.
Yeah,
Which everybody adored at the time, but then as soon as they started
I
making
did.
other Rexes, it was like, it kind of sucks.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it didn't stand very well, but it was really cool at the beginning.
Yeah, at the beginning it was really neat. Okay. Well, I think that pretty well covers it. Do you have anything you want to add about Kenner Jurassic or Jurassic Park toys?
Yeah, well, the wife had one question. I did see it in the chat, but we were talking about so many things. So for the new movie coming out, do you think, or do you know of anyone? Brad might know more, because I think he's more in the loop with the parks. But do you think Universal Studios Orlando or LA was going to have some kind of like displays or event or anything for the new movie?
I mean, that would be cool. I mean, I remember very fondly in 2018 the big Jurassic 25 event was really cool to attend.
It was, yeah.
It was a blast, honestly. So I'd love it if they did something, but I don't know. Universal, right? It's like maybe
Yeah,
they
I
won't.
think for JP30, like they didn't like announce anything. It was just like at the time of the event, they all of a sudden they had the car brigade on display in Orlando, and like they didn't announce it or nothing. It's like, what the hell, guys? Like it'd been cool if like you had like a little event or like at least told like people, hey, we're having some Jurassic Park stuff on display. We're gonna have this little tribute store. I never got to go to the tribute store.
Mhm.
Everyone else went to the tribute store and got to see all the little memorabilia and got the picture with the freaking T-Rex. One of her friends was in like Orlando or LA or wherever the tribute store was. Oh, hey, I'm giving Emmanuel a thumbs up. And they took a picture with the T-Rex and they're like, hey, we were at the thing. I was like, I hate you. I never got to do that. So I hope they do something. But oh, here we go. Dodson says for Hollywood, they gave us a bar. We didn't have a tribute store. We had a bar. All right. Well, that stinks. But hopefully they do something. Orlando seems to get more love than Hollywood does because they have more space or something. I don't know. But it seems that they get the coaster. They get all the. They get
Sure. Or like the where did they open the other Universal Park at?
Oh, that's in Orlando too, I think, right?
Oh no, like there's one like in Beijing maybe, or they opened one somewhere like that.
Oh yeah. It's either in China or Japan, and it's got that like the ride with the Indominus chasing you and stuff.
Yeah, I think
that looks cool.
That's not just. I think that's probably the other one in Asia, but
yeah, I think
exactly
it's China.
But yeah, that ride looks really amazing.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Anyway, hopefully they do something, but yeah, I guess we'll end this then with new acquisitions, stuff that we've added to our collection since the last show. So we'll go ahead and get that going right now.
Good. New acquisitions.
Nice.
All right. So I mentioned earlier that I actually don't have anything to show. I didn't get any. I did get something, but I haven't photographed it yet. I haven't opened it yet. I want to do that before I'll show it next week. When we do the Wednesday show next week. But yeah, okay. Actually, no, I'm lying. I do have something I want to show, but it's not a new acquisition. It's something that I picked up. I mentioned it, I think, in the last show. It was a case of the latest vintage collection wave. I had not opened it at the time I did that episode last week, but I have since then, and not fun. But both of the Luke Skywalkers that came in there, I don't know how well this will show up on camera here. Both of them have cracked, like literally like cracked. I can put my finger in here. Bubbles. Like that's one. And then here's the other. So again, like totally like cracked. Like I can put my finger like in there. Like I don't know. I've never gotten a wave of TVC figures from entertainment from anywhere that came with cracked plastic, but these have cracked plastic, and the wave is sold out, so I can't get a replacement. So it's just kind of like, luckily I have a couple others from Amazon that are actually in better condition than this, that they shipped in like an envelope somehow in better condition. So those will be the ones that I keep in package. But yeah, that's kind of annoying. Just needed to share that though.
I remember you posting all the pictures of the Amazon and their crappy packaging.
Yeah. Amazon and Walmart and their,
Yeah, Walmart sucks too, yeah.
But yeah, do you have anything you've gotten recently you want to mention?
Yeah, we just actually installed, if I turn off the light, I don't know if it'll work. Or actually, can I even take this out? I bought on Etsy. I might have to get up. Also, somebody wanted to see the back of my shirt. Here, let me take off my headset.
Okay, yeah. While you do that, everybody in the audience, if you want to share what you've gotten in your collections, we'll call it out in just a bit. All right, there's the back, the Jaws. I love it.
Yeah, so this is an H&M shirt. If you want to buy it, I think it's still there. But so at Etsy, we just installed the Darksaber from Disney World on the wall. So I did a live stream of it. I think it was used because some of the metal, even though it was re-shrink wrapped, some of the metal's got like scratches on it. So does like some of the blade. You probably can't tell because it's a live stream on an iPhone. But I can turn off the light. You can see in action. The hell's the button? Matt DeLorean doesn't know how to work the Darksaber. I guess I'm not worthy. The button's here somewhere. I'm stupid. It's this button. But it's pretty cool. It's very heavy. And the lights are pretty decent. They're like, I made like a video about Kylo Ren's Black Series lightsaber. And the rings were kind of shoddy. But this one is pretty even. And I think it's on clearance. The wife pointed that out because this was like at least $200 at the park. But now it's on clearance for like $150 maybe, I think. So if you're at the Orlando area and they have some of those shops there, if you want to go get one, it's pretty cool. But yeah, we just put that on the wall. I finally got the deluxe Jango Fett. I can't reach it, but I don't really spend my. I got the you probably can't see it. I got the identity disc at the park too from Tron. You know what really sucks? Dude, we wanted to get. They have a Tron. You can create your own figure. You can do that with Avatar as well. It takes like an hour or something, but they scan your face and then you become an Avatar action figure about 8 inches or so. And they do that with Tron as well. But we went to the Disney's Mickey's Halloween party or whatever. And so I guess the person left, for the night. And we rode Tron at night, which is awesome. But we went to the gift store after because we're not going to go to this gift store before riding the ride. So I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And then for that disc, it's a Bluetooth speaker and it like connects to your figure. So you can I don't know what connection it really does, but you can get your face scanned and then you can be as an action figure. But I just saw some like Disney theme park account posted that they're getting rid of that action figure like stand where you can scan yourself. And it's just like, what, dude? I wanted to get one. But maybe the movie comes out and they bring it back because it's coming out in October, I think, the new one. So hopefully something happens and we can get that done. But I think the Avatar one's super popular. And I don't know if people are really doing the Tron one. So maybe that's why. But
right on.
Yeah.
Well, the background looks good.
Mine or yours?
Yours.
Oh, yeah, it does look kind of cool. But I just noticed I wasn't going to say that because we were talking about so much stuff. I don't remember when you switched up yours. Like yours looks so cool because you had it flipped around the other way usually.
Yeah. No, I just recently started this with this background. So
I like that. That looks cool.
Thanks. Yeah, it's just some kind of non-Hasbro stuff basically.
That's almost all. So that's Star Tours. Is that the DJ at the Cantina?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm knowing Disney World and Disneyland stuff now.
Yeah, I got a bunch of the helmets.
Yeah, I got you can't see. Actually, if I tilt up, there's got re-armored Boba because I like the hero Boba versus villain Boba. and I got Mando. I used to have not that Grogu you have, which is cool. I just had like the $30 one on the shelf, but I put the wife's. She built. I don't know if anybody watched our vlog from Disney. It's gonna fall. I don't know if anybody watched our vlog from Disney, but Weatherman this way. This droid. She built that one, so I have it on display. But
Nice.
yeah, pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I think you had sent me pictures of it. It looked really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, this fun stuff. I built that lightsaber. It's the most recent one that I built there.
Was that what from like 2 weeks ago or so for your birthday or whatever?
Yeah. It was there.
That's cool. Dude, I really wanted to build one, but they don't have like a Dooku like curved one to do. And I was like, all right, you know what? Maybe I'll skip it for now. Maybe they'll add it in later and then I'll do it.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? I'm sure like they've already switched up the parts once, so maybe one day I'm sure they'll do it again at some point.
But it looks fun as hell.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, let's see what the chat says. So Dodgen says that he found a Lost World Ian Malcolm, JP3 Alan Grant, and Lost World Compy Hatchling at the flea market for $9. Ooh. And a second Allosaurus slot figure for $90 on eBay. Nice. Very nice. And that's it. I guess no one else this week is a little slow. Maybe it's not just me, but a little slow. Usually there's like 12, 15, 20 things to call out. But
really? Wow.
Yeah. But no, a little bit slow. Jurassic J says he's been spending money on the Beast of the Mesozoic line.
Nice.
Yeah, I was too for a bit, but they kind of lost me after a bit. Like I start with the Raptors and I got some of the Rexes. And I think it started with it was the Raptors first and the Ceratopsians and then the Rexes. I don't remember, but I did get like a couple of each, but they kind of lost me after a little bit because they started like doing all these kinds of other things.
Yeah. They look cool. It's really cool is at that toy store in Cincinnati, they actually had those in person. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. Like I don't buy those, but I think they're sweet. It's like it all started with, an idea and then a Kickstarter or whatever. And now David just keeps going.
Sure. Charlie says that he got the Hot Toys Limited Solo Snow Trooper. Oh, it's coming from Sideshow. Very nice, Charlie. I'm making payments on mine, so I'm not going to see mine for a bit. But that's cool. That I didn't realize it was already preparing to ship from them. That's awesome. Awesome. Well, I think that'll do it, you guys. Matt, it's been a lot of fun. Thanks a bunch for coming on and hanging out with me tonight.
Yeah, it's been a real treat. Thank you for having me, and thanks for everybody for listening and watching to us and our sending in the chats. It's been a really cool conversation. We have to do this again soon. Oh, we have to get you on the Site B podcast. We'll have to figure out a time, but it's really hard to get 3 people together. I just asked Jay Jurassic because every time I get with Nick, it's like, Jay, you ready? Like nothing. And then like 10 p.m. like, I'm ready. It's like, dude, we already recorded.
I've never known anybody that has as many names as Jay has.
Yeah, it's true. I love that guy. He's
got like 6 or 7 different.
Yeah, hopefully we can get you on. We can actually like collaborate and get it done because I feel like it's freaking impossible.
Yeah, no, that would be fun, and I'd be happy to. And I guess just one last thing. Our of what we looked at today from the Mattel reveals or leaks or what have you. Do you intend to pick those up?
Ooh, I probably have to see him in person. Maybe the Quetzalcoatlus is like one I would get. I don't think I have like only a few Mattel things. I have like the baby Brachiosaurus, and I might have like a baby Bumpy figure from Mattel, but I don't have like too many Mattel items. I'm pretty like what I pretty much have on display is almost what I have. I have like maybe one tub of toys. Like, so my collecting days are very different than what they were before. Now I'm kind of like focused on like, if I buy this, could it be a Christmas present for, from Santa to my future kids? So I have like, a couple carded, like I have a Coelophysis Kenner figures on card. And so I'm thinking of like that stuff. So if I buy like a little Bane figure, I kind of keep it on the card for Santa for later. So I'm kind of like thinking of like a different way of thinking as a collector. Versus like I need to buy everything right now because I used to do that and it didn't work out very well for me. So
nice.
I'll check out in the store. Hopefully there'll also be like more stuff for us to see hopefully here soon because like I said at the beginning of the stream, this was really early for us to see like almost official looking pictures being released for the toy line. I assume because this is a big film, we're going to see more toys.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm looking forward to the movie. Fun times are ahead because right now it kind of sucks. So please, good movies and good toys coming for 2025.
Yeah, no, good times are coming as in terms of toys, and yeah, hopefully I'm excited. I'll just say that, from the toys that we've seen, I'm probably going to be buying some, and I've for a long time I haven't been buying a whole lot of the Mattel stuff. I've been focusing more on like the Hammond collection. I do buy those. I do buy the like the 93 collection. I buy that stuff, but the mainline stuff I'm really like not. It just became too overwhelming after the first couple of years.
Yeah, a
So
lot of people are like that. Nick's like that too. Plus, you have other stuff you're buying. Like if you're buying hot toys, those are a lot of money. So you have to like kind of like think yourself like space wise
yeah,
and
you
money
gotta
wise.
focus, right?
Yeah,
But we'll see. Once the new movie comes and I see them on the shelves for the first time, it's gonna be very tempting to not want
true.
to buy everything. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, no, thanks again, Matt, for coming on. It's been fun, and it was really great to have you back on the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And we got your socials. I think we'll have them down in the description once this publishes. But where can everybody go to find you online?
Yeah, pretty much the socials are this tag is Matt DeLorean. It used to be Michael Man, but now it's switched to a Star Warsy theme. It's the 1 instead of the I. Real name is Matthew Danzak, and most of you might know me as Matthew Brando, old little movie stage name. But yeah, I used to do a bunch of toy reviews and stuff, and then I switched into film analysis, and now I kind of do like a little bit of everything. So I hope to have a film analysis video coming soon, but I'll also like vlog toy stuff. We will vlog for Dominion, looking at the shelves. I just live streamed that Dark Saber. No one really watched. I didn't really promote it, but I'll do video games, toys, and movies. Essentially, what my channel is, and just trying to have a fun time living life now. So
Yeah. Yeah, good memories though, like 2015, 2016, when we're
great
having fun, like
memories.
doing the skits on the videos and everything.
Oh yeah, I did one skit a couple years ago with the Mandalorian, the 6-inch Black Series figures for my how to clean your toys or how to get smoke out of your toys video. That was really fun. But yeah, I haven't done the skits, as people say, or the short films in a while. But yeah, those good old days. Those are fun as hell.
Yeah, we should do one again someday just for old time's sake.
Yeah. I did one for the Dennis Nedry review, and I kind of made it like a meta thing where it was like a review within the film. So I don't know if anyone's watched that one, but that might have been a couple years ago around the same time. I don't know. Look, let's see here. Do I have a time? So that was at least a year ago. That was the Dennis Nedry Getaway Pack. It was only a minute long. It was June 11th, 2023. So that was the last one I guess I did. So not as frequent as I used to do. But yeah, the toy content isn't as popular as it used to be. I feel like the movie stuff is my most popular stuff now, unfortunately. But I try to do everything to please everybody. A little bit of everything.
Cool. Well, thanks again, and thanks to everybody who's been tuning in and hanging out and commenting and spending your Friday evening with us. We really appreciate you. And if you're catching this on the replay, well, thank you for watching the replay. And yeah, we'll be back next week. Again, Wednesday night next week, not Friday because it's Valentine's Day and I'm not doing a Valentine's Day show. We'll be here on Wednesday night, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. And yeah, I'm sure it'll hopefully be a fun time as well. And thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate you. Thank you for helping to make life a little bit better. And no matter where you're tuning in from around the galaxy, may the force be with you. Be well, be safe. And we will see you on the next episode. Take care, everybody. Hang in there. Be kind. Spread the positivity. And we will see you soon. All right, Matt, hang on for just a moment. Everyone else, I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you very much.